Do you know how spare time points work, or should I just continue?
I roll for I roll for the point. I roll to see if I make the spare time roll
And you just choose
and
what to
spend
do
a
with it?
point.
Alright, fair
Yeah, a
enough.
lot of people like getting.
And then you just sort of choose what you can do with it?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, feel free.
Well, I mean, like I roll with a spare time point, and then I have to get over a certain DC.
Oh, okay. Are you actually like aiming for anything right now then on your spare time in that case?
I mean, I don't really have anything to do with my spare time at the moment
Alright.
I
that I
just
can
want to
think
research
of.
these biotech and.
Okay, Remore,
My spare time comes down to I'm like I'm gonna go and like meditate for a little while.
okay, you just sort of sit there, meditate for a while, like think to yourself. Generally just sort of ponder the
Well,
mysteries of life and death.
I'm communing with the elemental lightning being that's in my body.
Mm. You
You know.
you feel like you feel as you meditate this presence beside you that buzzes with electricity and energy. It seems content, comfortable around you. Nothing huge, but it just sort of exists, coexisting with you somewhat happily.
Okay.
That's all you really get. Um, right.
Sorry.
Oh god, there's a dog there, and I assume probably also
Yeah,
your
that would be
girlfriend.
my dog. Sorry. I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
Alright, I was literally about to. Okay. Shit. Man, this freaking data pad. This is like the big thing too. Uh Remore, in terms of you, I assume you're doing something related to biotech, right?
Yeah, biotech research.
Okay, so what you find is like you start messing around with some of like the body parts of your enemies that have fallen in combat, and you're sort of just messing around with their genetics and like general insides, like their systems, and you sort of start to figure something out, but you don't really know what it is yet. More research will be required, but I will say that you gain like a research point. I'm pretty sure once you get to a certain threshold of those, you gain a special type of knowledge, but I don't remember what it is or what it does. So give me a minute to figure that out at the end of the session, and then we can really talk about what that entails. Um, Trying to keep this relatively professional, even though I don't really know. I'll do some reading tonight. Uh, for the most part, Remore, you as fall works, you notice that her pockets, like where she keeps her data pad, has lit up slightly, and it's like flashing, and there's like small spots of white on the blue screen, like sort of moving in and out and mixing and intertwining. It seems like there's something going on the data pad, but it's obscured by her clothing. You need to probably grab it in order to find out what's going on.
Yeah, pickpocket. It's not gonna go badly at all.
Sure, roll me 3d6.
What are you giving me pluses to?
Resolve.
Oh, fuck, probably attack me before.
Mate, you're being brave because you're pickpocketing a party member. Right. Wow. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
There you
Do you want to re-roll that re-roll? Aim for something higher than 5? Right. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So you went from 17 to 13. You still succeed. Um. Right. Remore. You pull out the data pad, and on the screen it is lit up. Normally it was dead for like the past 2 days, and just suddenly it's lit up, and there's text in a weird language that you can't quite understand, like intermingling and like shifting and changing on the screen, as if it's like auto translating itself, and it starts to shift together into a legible language. It shifts into corp, and the text automatically, like, a big red, like, flash goes across the screen, and there is the text, translating data. Data pad outdated by 700 editions. Would you like to update? Estimated time, 7 years.
Oh god.
And there's like a yes or no.
Is there any way I can just speed it up with my programming skill?
Sure, feel free. Give me a 3d6 plus programming.
I don't plus just that.
Yep, feel free. If you really want to update this data pad, it literally is completely useless to the overarching storyline, but sure.
Oh.
You speed it up by exactly half a year. It is now reading 6.5 years to update.
I'm gonna toss it to the engineer, see what he can do with it.
Alright, the engineer catches it. He looks at it. He says, this seems to be, okay. Gotcha, Grim. He says, this seems to be, translating. I suppose because it's in the presence of another major, data pad, it's communicating with it and helping, merge this weird text into something legible. I'd say give it a couple hours. Or at least a couple minutes, depending on how good this data pad is. So I'm actually gonna roll a d6 for this. Just give me a second. / roll 1d6. Cool. Good. You don't know what that means. Right. So other than that, that just the screen is blue and there's white text like scrolling across it matrix style for the meanwhile.
Okay, well I'm just gonna chuck it on the side table and leave it alone.
Okay. Data pad just sort of sits there. About an hour in, Remore, can I get you to make an awareness roll? 3d6 plus awareness.
Yeah.
You think there might be something there, but you're not entirely sure. You catch like a flash of shadow outside of your door in the hallway. You think it might just be like a random dude walking down the hall. This is a pretty crowded hotel anyways. It's not really that big a deal.
I've got a ship.
What?
What was the ship we were on?
Oh no, we're not. You're not on the ship. You've gone back to your like base of operations on this planet for the meanwhile.
Right.
You don't have a ship yet. You still need to follow that data trail. God, it's kind of boring not knowing what to do here because I'm still waiting on Grim.
The doors.
Oh.
The room ones.
Okay. Do you like look out into the hall before you do that?
Yeah. So glance down the hall. Down the hall.
Make me a 3d6 roll. Just real quick. I'll do the same. Just trust me. Are you trying to be stealthy with this, by the way?
Well, I'm naturally stealthy anyway, so yeah.
Fair enough. Roll that plus survival.
What, 3d6 plus survival?
Yep. Right. Remore, you don't spot anybody down the hallway anymore. You could have sworn there was somebody who passed by the door like not even a couple seconds ago, but now they're gone. You feel someone's hand fall on your shoulder, and a voice says, "Wait until later tonight. We will contact you in a minute." And then the hand is gone. Do you do anything?
Can I not grab them or anything?
Your hand reaches through thin air.
God,
There's
yeah.
no one there.
Okay, well I'm gonna shut the room and then secure it and then guard it.
Yep, sure. You secure the room.
What time did he say?
He just said simply later tonight.
36, right.
Pretty much.
Where?
He said he said we will meet you later tonight. That's all he said. No location, no time, just later tonight.
God damn it. Okay.
Yep. Grim is making dinner. He will be back shortly. All right. I suppose in that case, what can I even do in this then? Because this data pad is basically everything, and I want Grim to be there for this. I suppose. Oop. Okay, fair enough. In that case, Remore, Grim. The data pad suddenly makes a loud whine from the table, and a sudden dinging noise can be heard, like a gong. An automated voice in a language you don't understand speaks, and then the screen goes to like a desktop with a single data pad open on it, or like a single data stream open. There is legible text on it. Do you read it?
Yeah.
Right. I need to pull up a text document. Captain's log, December 17th, 2782. My name is Captain Alistair Jackson. I was the captain of the HCMF 7th Eye, a Class 6 battleship under the Humanity Combined Military Frontiersman. I write this log because I fear the end of humanity is near. I have seen the signs. Our solar system's sun dies. Humanity grows exponentially and grows arrogant and lazy in their pursuit of that which defies God itself, the birth of totally new sentient life. They call it Archon. I don't care. I and my crew have decided to defect from the Great Human Alliance and set out amongst the stars upon the discovery of the Enigma, a strange artifact that crashed to Earth on the comet a year and a half ago that blew apart Africa. It speaks to me in my dreams, shows me visions of a great machine of such power it can secure humanity's survival for thousands of years. We call it the Star Treader. As of yet, we don't know the actual appearance of this machine, but we know that a clue exists thousands of light years away, in a sector they call Hebraxis. If you see this, we never returned. Follow the charts, follow our trail, find the Star Treader, and learn from our mistakes. There is several pages of corrupted data, and you see a small piece of text. Grim, do you want to try and hide it?
If everyone's present, then it's basically free reign.
Okay. All that it says is cap space N, there's a small dash, L G Feber 282. They wait beyond. The blank us. The blank are not to be TR space S space D. Several spaces. The blackened gate awaits in shadowed space. A sudden ding can be heard throughout the room, and a small a countdown reaches 0 that's been hidden by this document. A hologram, like a holographic projector built into this datapad, suddenly starts up and shows a star map. You are about... Okay, I'm gonna actually open up... where do you guys currently have access to the star map? Because I'm going to show you a large item on here. So, you are here. Right? You're here. The location that is shown on the star map is all the way... I'm going to make this red because this is a major artifact. It's a major plot point. The location data that you are going to is all the way over here.
Oh, okay.
Yep. That is the location that you are needing to go to. Can I get any of you guys to make like a history roll or like something regarding that? Culture, maybe? Culture, yeah.
DM, can you make a culture roll for me at +1?
What? Oh, can I make a roll for you? Yeah, sure. / roll 3d6 + 1. I'll roll that. Okay, cool. Fair enough. Grim, do you want to roll? Or, sorry, Remore, rather?
I don't think I'll be able to get on -2, so it'll be okay.
Just give it a go. We'll see. Right. That's pretty good. Feel free to re-roll one of those d6s, by the way. See if you get better.
No.
Right. Okay. You rolled a 9 and Grim rolled an 11. So, the only thing that you realize about this, Remore, you know what the Blackened Gate is. The Blackened Gate was a legendary planet. It's said that it contained a dictator around the year 5,000, 6,000 that had a huge military power in the galaxy. He was part of a now extinct alien race. He contained enough arms and weaponry and ships and systems to basically control the entire Habraxis sector. But the location of the planet is basically gone, and nobody really knows where the Blackened Gate lies. Fall, you know about the Star Treader. The Star Treader was an enormous legendary ship, the size of it was above class 10. It was so big that it required 30 sets of 15 crewmen to pilot. The thing was basically the size of a planet, and in fact it was a hollowed out planet with its own specialized thrusters and engines. The thing was basically a containment facility that could keep a race that survived in it alive for millennia if you really hunted it down. Give me a second, I need to write up the lore now.
Oh, that shit.
Yeah, well, depending on how you play this, you might very well be able to get it. Biohabitat.
It's quotes about the DM just can screw you over hard, but inside how you try to get this shit.
Pretty much, this is literally the entire goal of the campaign, by the way. Self-sustaining. Okay, so let's see, 30 crews of 15 people, that's 150, 300, that requires 450 people to pilot it properly.
Oh,
so if you want to I don't know, recruit an entire planet to pilot this thing, you could potentially do it. Otherwise, basically impossible. Oh, one other thing about this that you might know, Fall, is that it has a super sophisticated stealth array that basically renders it invisible from any sensor, any eyes, anything. The only way that you could possibly find it is by basically using a specialized key that, again, has been lost since humanity was wiped out. In fact, the Archons went on an expedition to try and discover this thing, and they never actually found it. So that's all you guys get. The datapad sort of glitches out for a few minutes. There's the screen goes back to blue, and then a countdown timer appears on the screen showing 48, and then 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and it starts slowly ticking down. There's some text on the screen as well, but it's all in another language that you don't understand. Anyways, right. So that's it. That's all that shows up. Do you guys just kill time? Anything else go on?
Whilst I'm going to tell Grim about the intruder, about the meeting.
Okay.
I'm going to discuss them, like, you know, should we go somewhere where I can cover you from the roof and you can, you know, be the base.
Grim, are you there, by the way?
I'm here. What's going on?
Right. Remor just basically is telling you about like the meeting that this guy's planning on having with you guys and trying to get you to go to a place that's like safe.
Yeah.
So how this meeting can take
only
place.
use you as bait and I'll, you know.
Find a safe. I go and find a safe spot. Just kind of hunting out.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. I'm going to cover you from the roof of the assault cannon.
Yeah, basically what happens is you guys find your way to like a lounge somewhere with like a balcony. Basically like this place was like an old hotel from the area before like anything was really built on Haven. Like this is back when the Kaltorans were the Archon's favorites. They're just like grand massive halls and like beautiful like alabaster like detailing and all this other crazy stuff. And then there's just this massive dome in the ceiling that shows like water swirling above. The water itself is dirty and like black and a little bit oily, and there's like flecks of really long gone ash like swirling around in the water. And just faintly, like a couple hundred kilometers up, you can see a tiny pinprick of light. And that's all you can see. The rest of the hall itself is lit through like crystals and like dimly lit like electrical lighting, like specialized lighting from let's just say like there's like plasma lighting.
Okay. I'm going to activate stealth and set myself up then, covering Grim.
Okay, can I get you like roll 3d6 for a survival check? Just so we can see how well you set yourself up here.
Survival.
Cool, cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'll turn on some minor music.
I'm going to keep that.
Gonna start playing something. Does this show up on the stream? Okay, cool. Right.
18 there.
Fair enough, fair enough. So you find yourself a small location on like the second floor of this building and hunker down.
Actually, it's 20, I think.
20? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's a 6.
Shit. Okay. Jesus. Okay. So you find a really good hiding spot. You hunker down and you think that pretty much nobody's gonna really catch you.
Anyway, so.
Yeah. It's basically right inside of like a hollow behind one of the lights in the wall. Like you found like an area that was like dug out by children several years ago. That's just sort of goes to like a children's toy box, and it's just sort of inset into the wall. And it's just sort of there. So a few hours pass. Darkness slowly envelops this place even more than the tiny pinprick of light that was there before. You think it might be getting closer to midnight. All the other Kaltorans in the area pretty much just leave. They go back to their homes. A few of them look at you guys pretty suspiciously as they leave, like, what are these hooligans doing this late at night? Like, general stuff. And then an hour passes. Another 15 minutes pass. I want one of you guys to make an awareness roll. Any of you. Anyone here.
Just see my sheet and I'll do that.
Alright. I'll look at your sheet, Grim. You are using Falsalis. And Tillin, what is your sheet able to do? You have a awareness of +1 plus illuminescence. Okay, so I'll roll your awareness. Oops, this is being a bit weird. Right. slash roll 3d6 plus 1. Right. Give me a second. 1d7. Oop. 6. Oh, okay, 4. So that makes it 14. Okay. So you got 14, and Grim got another 14. There is something off here. The air starts to feel really cold and a little bit. I like the area originally where it was really loud and like chatty even this late at night. It goes completely quiet. There is nothing going on anymore. There is just silence. Oh, okay, I need to maybe set my microphone. Oh. Right, voice activity automatically determined. Oh, rep. One sec. Turn this off. Discord, technical difficulties. Right. Do this. Cool. Close. Close this. Right. Is there anything else I can close? No. Close Hylgo. See if that does anything. Right. Okay. So, can you guys hear me? Are we good? No?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, cool. So there's just silence. Nothing is going on. Like, it's abnormally quiet. And then Remore, you actually hear a voice from behind you again, like pressed in from behind you in the wall, basically, say, "You've killed some of our kind.
Uh-oh.
What business do you have on Haven?"
Are they talking to me or someone else?
They're talking directly to you, nobody else.
Oh, great.
They only have interest in you, it seems.
What the hell did they find me up here? Good lordy.
These people are very
Okay.
capable.
Okay, so... well, I'm gonna fire them well. To be fair, you stole from me first, so... Justified.
It was a child. They didn't know what they were doing. Why would you murder an entire cabal of Dark Tribe just because one child stole a few credits that you could have easily made back by something that you could have done for us?
Well, I didn't intend to kill children, they were just casual fusing blob.
Not good enough.
Potato potato.
What business do you have on Haven?
Oh, I don't handle the business stuff. I did the job down there. I just do the shooting.
Understood. We have an issue. Another one of our tribes are getting a little too uppity. They plan on uniting the tribes. We don't really want that. We want to keep the tribes separated for our own reasons. A few more years, at least.
So,
All that we
you
ask,
want to
we're hiring you to put your only really decent sounding skill to good use. Do you follow?
You want me to make it look like one of the other tribes attacked someone? Or
No, we want you to murder an entire tribe in cold blood. Do what you do best. You hear like a bit of like venom in the voice as they say that, like absolute disgust. You will do this for us. Without even asking who we are or what we do.
What do I get in return?
Yes, you're a bright one, aren't you? Ask what you will. We will give you an address. Knock on the door, do not go inside, and say what you wish, and we will have it delivered to you in a matter of about a day. One item of any kind. Could be credits, could be trade goods. Say what you wish, and we will get it for you. Just for now.
Oh,
That is
Right.
our only offer.
well, sort of deal.
Understood. Should you perhaps
One
tell
last-
this to your, Twyfar friend over there?
Yeah, about that. He's more of a lovey-dovey pacifist, so...
I don't
What
think
do
you realize just how capable they really are.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be up for the whole kind of murdering an entire tribe of women, children, and men.
You'd be surprised. And then there's like silence for a few seconds, and then you feel like a hand on your shoulder again, even though there's nobody literally there. And then there's a voice that comes again. They say, "You accept the job then.
Yes.
We will send you a location through your datapad. Good luck." And the hand and the voice are gone.
Right.
Your datapad bleeps.
Okay, I'm going to look at it.
There's a location. A couple blocks down from where you are.
Correct. Well, I'm going to go top down then and pop to Grim.
Yep. Grim, Remor walks up to you. Grim? Oh, he's probably cooking dinner again. Right. I suppose in that case, I guess I'll just say that Twifar is sort of like, she's fallen asleep in the corner. Like, she's like curled up on her own, like chilling on one of the couches nearby. The engineer probably will intercept you and be like, I thought you were gonna back us up. I can't hear you.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah. Turns out they actually found me and addressed me directly.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can.
Cool.
Ooh.
Right. They addressed you directly. What do they want?
Well, first off, what ammunition have you got? You know, firearms, grenades.
I've got an SMG and not a lot else, friend. You're the heavy weapons expert.
Okay then. Okay, what they want us to do is wipe out an entire tribe of whoever they are. Women, children, men. Not a lot of them.
The whole fucking lot. That's a little
Yep.
weird. Alright.
No mercy.
That sounds a bit odd.
Let's
The
put it
Dark
this way.
Tribe are, the Dark Tribe are territorial folk.
Yes.
They get into clan wars quite regularly.
But,
So,
I know
do
that
they-
you...
They normally hire out mercenaries?
Who the hell knows? All I know is that if you've been contacted by Dark Tribe, they've already got our address, everything else about us.
And before you protest, let's just put it this way. We do this job, we get a free ship. Of any kind of ship.
Shit, out of character as a DM? Fuck you, man. God damn it. I didn't realize that was how that was gonna go. Ah, shit. Okay.
You underestimated me.
I underestimate your power. Alright. Fair enough. Fuck. Well, I guess that's how you guys get your spaceship.
Yeah?
I mean, I would rather not have to kill an entire tribe of people. Just personal 2 cents.
But a free ship's a free ship. I mean, away the criminals, so it's a public service.
Sorry, what?
Are they really criminals though?
Who cares? We're just getting paid to kill people.
I'd say at this point we're pretty damn far outside the good. We're not white, we're not black, we're somewhere in the middle. Maybe they think that we're just hired guns.
I still don't like it. It seems fishy.
Well, it's credits. What can we say? If we really get this ship, as Remor says, then we can get our ass off this rock. Avoid whatever the hell's coming our way. Go and hunt down that weird marker on our map.
I mean, yeah, I want to sniff at a classified battleship.
I don't think that that's gonna work out very well. That shit's government official. That shit's government issued. They'd probably take heavy offense to that. A DM note: I'd say class 3 or class 4 at best. If you really want to start hiring on crew members, because a class 4 requires a crew of 15 people plus a U3.
Don't forget we have that entire crew up in the barn door.
Oh shit, you're right. Hey, okay, yeah, you're putting shit together. Cool, I like it. Ingenuity as a character, I love it. Yeah, I'd say class 3 or class 4.
Again,
battleship. Good lordy.
I can't stress enough how much I would rather not have to kill. Rather not have to go killing. Especially killing a lot of innocent people.
We don't know if they're innocent though.
If they've come to us in the middle of the night with a massive amount of secrecy just to tell us to kill some random people we don't even know, I'd say they either have a lot of really sensitive data on them, or they're an enemy faction. Considering all the clan wars, they might just be a clan that's attacked them first. We don't really know the full story yet. If we want to negotiate with them, we could try and figure things out.
Nah.
Perhaps we infiltrate, get some info on them, and then kill them all from the inside if we find they're not good people.
I don't know if it's so damn logical. Fine, we'll do it that way.
Can I make a culture roll?
A what? Culture? Yeah, sure. I literally, like, out of character, this is actually what I'm just, like, I've planned this out regarding this. I don't know what's really going on. 10. What are you looking to find out in particular?
How much do I know about the culture of the Dark Tribes?
As much as any real, like, I'd say you know a little bit more than a standard foreigner who's just traveled on world. I'd say you know, well, Dark Tribes are pretty secretive, and they live in, like, they live under the ocean. I'd say you know some location stuff, you know minor cultural details, but nothing really major. And also, I have actually homebrewed a little bit of this stuff. I've made them a little bit more like thieves and assassins than normal Cultorans at this point.
See? You can assassin.
Especially since they're, blind.
Yeah, they're blind.
Wait, what?
Their senses extend. I'd say that they made up for that via just other senses.
Yeah, Dark Tribes are called Dark Tribes because they live in the dark. They
Exactly.
do not have a light.
They're mole people.
They are straight up blind.
Yep.
We're killing blind children now. It's got worse.
Yeah, pretty much. You killed an entire race of blind children, men, women.
Which is why I'm a little bit more annoyed. More like, the fuck.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Remor, you brought this on yourself.
Exactly, I love murder and mayhem, so...
again, I would. It's like, even knowing the little bit that I know,
Mm-hmm.
I would prefer not to. Still prefer to not kill an entire tribe's worth of Kaltorans, just personally.
We could get in. We could get a hold of their data. Something important to them. Just claim that we killed them in that way. Bring fake evidence.
I think he made it pretty heavy, pretty clear he wanted bodies. And considering these guys already farming up in a sniper just in stealth, I'm pretty sure they're gonna know on the line.
Are you saying that, or do you just want to use your gun?
No, I'm pretty terrified of these guys. They've managed to find me in stealth, so I don't really want to mess with them that much. I mean, I did butcher like 8 of their children, so I do kind of owe them. Oh, and 2 of their daughters.
I love a good doomsday clock, don't you, viewers? Sorry, what? Nothing is.
And why did you butcher 8 of their children?
That's not really important right now.
I think it's very important right now.
Alright. Oh.
They stole my gun and messing around with it and accidentally set it off.
Why don't I believe you?
Hey, Remore, I want you to make. I want you to make. Oh, what would be the closest thing to a bluff check in this game?
Probably conversation.
Roll a conversation check.
Please no.
Roll me a conversation check. Grim, I want you to roll an awareness check.
I think I can roll that 6 again.
Cool.
I'm gonna roll that 6 again, by the way, just to see if I can. Oh, we each got 6 as well.
Feel
Go
free.
ahead. Do
Feel
it.
free. Do it. Let's see how this works. You feeling lucky, Pung? Alright. Oh, shit. So that's a
You're at
13.
14? I'm at a
13,
16.
Yeah.
I call you out on that shit.
Right. Phallus,
Nice
you know the
try,
Grim is
but-
lying out of your fucking teeth. That's all I'm gonna say.
Nice try. What really happened?
Alright.
I set off a shroud grenade accidentally and may have
Roll a conversation check.
fucked it. May have actually blown up. Like, you know, I killed him accidentally.
Probably don't want to be fucking around with the psionic, just saying. Grim, you want to call him on that?
I am definitely gonna call him on that.
Cool.
It's a 10.
We'll hire them
No.
10.
Oh.
This is good. This is real good. I appreciate this.
-1.
Oh, by the way,
Okay, fine.
I've noticed that you're lying to me twice. Small arcs of energy are starting to fly off my hand onto the ground.
Okay,
I'm not
okay,
happy.
put my hands up in the air.
Huh?
Put my hands up in the air. I'm like, okay. They stole our credits, so I have to get them back.
You mean they stole your credits?
Yes, if I lose my credits, I'm taking them out of your guys' credits anyway, so.
Like you have access to our accounts. That's funny.
Well, I already stole your data pad, so.
Mine's locked up. He shows like the engineer actually like holds up his data pad and is like chained to his belt, like with like a heavy clamp or like a heavy like carabiner.
I pull mine out of my bag. No, that's funny.
I punched the. Wait, what? But Wait, what's the one I pickpocketed from Grim then?
It was the one from the barn door.
Yeah, I thought so.
It was a different data pad.
No, your other data pad. The one from the barn door.
And
Yeah,
you're
I
gonna
think
get
I
that
brought
back.
Technically, I don't have it.
You don't
Who
have it
has
at
it?
all. No. It's on the table in
It's
the
on the
room that you
table
guys
still.
left.
That we left.
You left the room. So it's still on the table.
For now.
For now.
So yeah, let's go murder children. I mean, frog.
Are we sure we want to do this?
I'm
I
personally
mean,
against it.
you can stick this one out if you want.
If we're gonna do this, we need to get off world, but we might get a whole lot of credits out of this. If we accomplish something for an assassin's guild, whatever the hell these people are, it might be a lot easier to get in touch with some of the darker corners of this place. Could secure us a way out of here.
I'm
Also-
thinking and chewing.
Yup. Right. Oh, shit, what did I just do? Oh, I opened up my alarm. Nice. Oh. Hey, cool. We have like 5 or 6 viewers on right now.
Nice.
Not bad.
I walk up. Like I walk up to Sirius.
Okay.
Oh.
He looks at you.
How do you feel about this? Regardless of
They've-
what it could mean to get off the planet,
They've got our bacon.
they got our bacon.
Our goose is cooked. If we don't do this, they'll track us down in some capacity.
I mean, you saw how easy it found me, so come on.
I'm just gonna say this now. I'm pretty sure they have an awareness roll of +4.
Awareness roll +4, really?
Something around there. Just this guy in particular for plot devices, because you're never actually going to meet this dude. I'm just gonna say, like, plot device wise, he has ridiculous stats.
It's like the dark tribe guy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, like, basically in terms of quest NPC, he's probably like level 10 or 11. Like he's
But at least
he's
on the
high.
dark side.
Right. Yeah, we're not
I'm
gonna get out of this. Sorry.
I'm against it.
You have a cracked fleet, 2 against 1.
If you don't want to come along on this mission, or if you want to save who you can, I serious eyes up like Remore. He says, if you want to save children and anybody else who might be able to not fight back, I assume that they wouldn't mind that. But anybody else, or we could easily just fake evidence their death.
Do I know that dark tribe children get given to the surface?
Given to the surface? What?
Out of character.
Out of character. I literally don't remember what this is. I've only researched enough
One
about
of
Dark
the-
Tribes to
one
know
of
that they're
the
blind
main-
and stuff.
One of the main PC characters that they use as like one of the what was it? As one of the mascots
Yeah.
is a dark tribe girl that was given to the surface.
Do they ultimately regain their eyesight and stuff then?
No, it's biotech eyes.
Oh shit. Oh.
Yeah,
oh.
they-
oh.
They give
Okay.
them biotech eyes.
Right. So this is like a traditional thing?
This is something that happens. It's not. It doesn't always happen, but it does happen.
How regularly?
I don't No, that's the problem. I feel like it's less regularly than I'm thinking of, but like on a personal level, I am having a little bit of a problem with this.
Yeah, out of character. I also have a problem with this, but I'm pulling you guys into this.
I know, but which is why I'm like, I want to see if I can do something about it, and maybe do something good.
Yeah.
Do something good with what I have to do.
Yeah. Out of out of character stuff, if that's something that happens, I'd say you'd know of a few very like very rare cases, and I actually want you to make another culture roll just to see how much you know about this particular aspect.
Yeah.
Just I'm gonna give you another shot at this because I think that this would be important, and this would be a potentially other way to complete this game, this mission.
Okay. I'll make another cultural roll real quick.
Yeah, feel free. Wow, okay, yeah, you know about it. You know about it. You know about this as a tradition.
Okay. Considering I know the Swagger family, I'm going to say as part of my knowing of the Swag, because I've met and become friends with the Swagger family.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, I actually know this fact.
Okay.
Like, I know this because of them. Like,
okay,
I've met Rachel.
fair enough. Yeah. Would you? Do you have a point of contact, by the way, or anything else like that? Then. I'd say maybe you have a little.
I don't know if you gave me one, but like, other than that other point of contact you gave me in the last route.
Yeah.
Which I will need some form of, like, I think you might have given it to me beforehand.
Okay, fair enough.
So
just keeping track of this. Okay, cool. Yep.
Family and barn door captain and crew.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm writing this down so I remember.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing.
I'm going to say, if we have to do this, if we absolutely have to do this, I want to talk to them first.
I don't see why not.
I want to talk to them first. I want to see if we can possibly lower the amount of casualty and instead maybe give the very least the children an opportunity to survive.
Serious nods. He seems to be in agreement.
I turn to Que.
Que. Okay. Sorry.
It's QEH, right?
Que. Yeah.
That's literally how I have to say that.
Yeah.
Que. I turn to Que. With every bit of resolve in my eyes. It's like, are you on board for this?
You get one chance, and then I'm going full Skywalker.
Shit.
We don't know that reference.
Yeah, you don't.
Make a culture roll?
No.
Kidding.
That massive leftover.
Just rolling a culture roll if you got like 24 or better. Kidding. It's fine. Alright.
Okay.
Serious nods. He says, looks like we've got ourselves a resolution then. We got one shot at this to end it peacefully, and then everything else goes to shit. You ready?
Go.
Understood. I am going to need to drop one character, just in particular, who will potentially be a contact. I need to try and find a document on this. I'm gonna say he has. I'm just gonna give like a general character here. Da.
By the way, how does defense work?
So basically, I believe when you make an attack roll, it's if it exceeds your defense, then it does the damage.
Apparently I've got like a 16 defense against psionic.
Jesus. Probably makes sense as a Nephilim.
Yeah, like Grim's probably like useless against me.
Okay, and then I just need to write up fate. 2 plus 1 is 3. I'm gonna say he has. It's 2. Culture. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you see resolve plus 1. It's 3 out of 6. And then I'm gonna say that was 2. Cool. That's pretty much all I want to do. Good. Okay. So, in that case, you guys decide to move. You follow the location data on your data pads and very soon come to a large building. This place is a complex, a massive one. You don't really know what's inside. All you can really and you can only see the really large blocky cubic structure of it from the outside. It's dark, completely almost pitch black. Small shafts of light shine down from the ceiling above, and a glass dome with the ocean above you sort of just sits there. The water itself is dark as usual. There is more ash than usual here, probably closer to the general surface of the planet. And whatever creatures you can see in this area, they're large. They're predatory in the water above, and they circle slowly. Small shafts of light shine just enough light on the perimeter that you can see the gardens ahead of you. I'm gonna place down your character minis. What?
Good job, one of us glows.
One of you does what?
Glows, remember?
Glows, right.
Bioluminescent.
So
I can't terribly control it completely, but I can glow a bit, yeah.
in that case, Fall actually sort of provides just enough light that you guys can see your way around. Just a little bit. Enough that it's somewhat, like, workable. But you can still only see a couple feet in front of you.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go full stealth straight away.
Okay. I am just going to put a marker on you. You are stealthed. I'm just gonna use Milo as Sirius's player token for now. Right. You're gonna go over here?
Huh?
Right. Oh, you clicked and held. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Alright. What are you guys gonna be doing?
We've already got world awareness, so we know there's predators in here.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, no, they're in the water above you. there's a massive glass dome in the way.
What? Whoa.
The Dark Tribes are basically built on the bottom of the ocean.
Right.
Like, pretty much all of Haven is built in the bottom of the ocean through, like, subterranean tunnels and big glass domes. After the surface was completely wiped out.
The surface was basically covered in an ocean.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, well, I'm gonna scout up.
Okay, you move up. So, I'm going to reveal some of the map. Just about this much.
Oh, good.
There is a door on the way. What do you do?
I'm gonna roll awareness on it.
Okay, feel free. Entertaining content, folks. Yay. Okay, was that your awareness there just now?
Yeah.
Okay. 11. I'm gonna roll something.
Are you gonna re-roll for that 6 or no?
Right.
I don't trust my luck currently. I'll probably get a 1.
Cool. There isn't anything beyond the door that you can hear.
That's just a door. No
Yep.
electronic, no...
Oh. There's a very obvious data pad beside it. Nothing huge, though.
Oh, well, not bad. Might be worth 2 credits.
So, what did you just say?
I'm just gonna nab the diff pad next to the door.
Oh, no. It's like a data entry pad. It's like a password lock.
Oh.
Yeah. If you want to, like, pull it off the wall, give me a strength check, but otherwise...
Let's just try and hack it.
Sure, give me a programming. Yep.
Oh, how am I doing this? So weird.
Right. What was the DC for these? In my book, the DC is... Right. Oh, actually, yeah. You succeed. Okay, cool. So you start entering things into the data pad. There's like Sirius sort of comes up behind you and sort of like points out certain areas that might be vulnerable, and together you manage to open up the door. The door opens up soundlessly, sliding completely like effortlessly across a linoleum floor and sort of comes to rest in an open state. Do you wander in?
Okay. I'm gonna peek my head and just look around.
You need to reveal just enough that you don't do anything yet. Okay. So, give me a minute while I try to figure out where these people would be. There are patrolling enemies. There. I'm gonna say in total. Oh, actually, Remore. The door opens and there is an enemy with his back to you, watching the hallway.
Right.
He is a Dark Tribe. He looks to be relatively old. He has a relatively like graying beard, and he's carrying a pretty heavy looking shotgun.
Okay. So he's facing.
He's facing away from you.
He's facing that way, yeah.
Yep, seems to just be like
So,
homemade security.
the stealth, so I'm gonna sneak up behind him and take him out with the stealth strike.
Okay, cool. Yeah. In that case, he freaking drops, but your stealth goes down.
Okay, I'm gonna drag him over here.
Okay. Over where?
He's out of the way.
Okay, cool.
Over here. So
I'll just draw like a freehand poly right there. Cool. Dead guy here. Cool. You got one dead man now on your hands.
Cracked his neck.
Oh shit, you've actually just straight up killed him. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
dead dude.
You better not believe Grim has killed children.
Grim, don't do it. I swear to God. Oh shit. My thing crashed again. I'm trying to open up this damn weapon list to see what the hell shotguns do. Oh wait, don't I already have? No, one of you guys already has a shotgun. Can you guys tell me what the damage on that is?
Mine is...
Shotgun, yeah.
Yeah, it's a pile shotgun. Where is it?
Oh, no, not one of those. Not a bullgrep launcher. I'm looking at it just a straight up shotgun.
Oh.
Oh, I think Milo has one. Need to
Yeah.
check him. Right. Let me open this. Yeah, but Milo's is just the basic default shotgun, so I just need to check that. Here, let's see. Nope, that's his base. I'm looking at the combat tree for him. Jeez, this is taking a second, isn't it? Mobile cover field, baton, shotgun. There we go. So shotguns do 25204 4102. Right. Tiny shell. Give me a second. Yep, cool. It looks like Milo's character sheet just froze, so that's nice. In fact, it looks like my entire computer just froze. Oh, whoa. What? What just happened? Wow, right. Are we good? Can you guys hear me?
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, that just went really weird. Damn. Yeah, today's just been really weird today. I don't know what the hell. Let's see. Hit. End. Crit. Range. Clips. Ammo. Load. ROF. And wait. Cool. Got it. That's gonna be their main weaponry. Alright, I'll look that up later once everything else is said and done. Right, so you've got a dead guy on your hands with a shotgun. The corridor seems to be clear for now.
Right, I'm just gonna,
Move your way up?
Cool down wait for cool down on my stealth to finish.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Stealth stuff, yeah.
How long does that take?
I've no idea, it doesn't actually say, 'cause I don't think it actually turns off or not. I can't really work that out. It's an actual suit, not an add-on.
Oh, okay.
Not very clear.
Yeah, it says Invisible Strike just only works once, doesn't it?
And then I get a free action afterwards, which is dragging the guy to the corridor.
Yeah.
Is there any kind of effects of doing a stealth strike? Like hits on the shield,
Yeah, I guess. It's just like invisibility that cannot be detected is rather annoying when you have to think about it. Like, you literally can just abuse that to crap if it has no cooldown. So I'd say you wait about like 15 minutes and it comes back on.
Yeah.
And then you just move back down the hallway?
Yeah, just kept moving up, keeping an eye out.
Cool. You move up. Right here, at this point, you reveal this much area and this much area. There is a door here. Need to reveal this part. There is a door right here. Oops, daisy. Just barely enough that you guys can sort of make out what's going on over there. There's a door there. There is a door here. There is a door here.
Can I see anyone?
You can't see anybody in here yet.
No one in here at all.
It is pretty much nighttime.
Okay. Yeah,
Also fall. Remor is like gone. Like he's just disappeared down into the building. Do you want to go after him? You can sort of see Sirius trailing behind.
I'm going to go murder children, Grim. Hurry up.
I follow behind.
Alright. Grim is with the party. Right. So where do you go in particular?
This is a dead end, isn't it? Right over here.
There is a door. But for the most part that corridor ends dead. Yep.
Yeah.
That's actually the edge of the map. Okay, cool. You move over here.
Check out this door first.
Where is this on the map? What does this do? Oh, literally. You open up the door. The door slides open to reveal a small room. There is a table and 2 chairs and nothing else.
No one in here.
No one in there.
I'm gonna leave the room.
Okay. You leave the room.
Can I try and seal this door?
Give me a programming roll. DC 12. Right, you sealed the door. Don't even need to re-roll that. Okay. So, in that case, the door is sealed. What? You're minorly cutting out, but yeah, I get you. Sorry, give me a second. I need to pull up the jukebox again. Need to open up. I guess I'll play Kaltoran Craft. Nope, not Shelter from the Storm. Jeez, my entire computer is just freezing to hell. Yeah, my computer just literally just doesn't want to work. This is really, really weird how it's happening like this.
Back for making us go and slaughter thousands of innocents.
Basically. Well, that was entirely brought on by Remor. If you hadn't done that, this wouldn't have happened.
Again.
Right.
What do you do now?
I can't turn down the volume. The slider doesn't show up. Oh, nope.
No.
That works. Just give me a second while I try to figure out how to do this properly. Okay.
Try opening the volume mixer.
No, it's literally like my computer won't actually respond to anything that I'm doing right now. So, it's my bad.
Oh no.
What do you do, Remor?
I'm gonna go check out this room up here.
Okay. I want you to make an awareness roll as you're near the door. 3d6 plus awareness. 17? So, you want to re-roll some of those as well, if you feel like it?
No, they're all 5s and 6s. I re-roll.
Alright, fair enough. You can hear snoring coming from the other end of the door.
Ooh. Okay, can I open the door and try looking silently? These doors are silent.
Right. I want you to roll 3d6 to stop the door from making a horrible scraping noise as it opens.
Plus mechanics?
Plus mechanic. No, give me plus electronics.
Okay.
Oh, actually, no. Plus mechanics. Yeah, sure. I thought that was just a ship systems thing. That's my bad.
Yep, you were.
Okay. So the door starts to make like a horrible creaking noise as it opens, but you manage to like catch it just in a way that it like doesn't make too much noise, and it slowly opens, and then you get a glimpse into the room. There are 5 Kaltorans sleeping on cots with like bandages over their eyes and they're just generally snoring there. I'm gonna put shapes here, 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 here.
I don't think it's possible for me to stealth kill all 5 of them.
Probably not.
If I shot them with a shotgun, how many of them do you reckon I could kill at once with a shotgun?
You can kill all of them.
Launch an acid shotgun.
If you shot them all at once, you'd kill all of them, but it would make so much noise that it'd probably wake up the rest of the compound.
Right, yeah. You can play like slightly flinging out.
No.
What's the okay, so how is this room controlled with kind of ventilation and stuff?
There's like one ventilation port in the ceiling, and it's a chimney, and that's it.
Okay, so this is underwater.
Yeah.
So how is oxygen getting in?
It's getting in from like a series of massive pipes that sort of interconnect most of Haven.
Is there any way to shut those pipes off this room?
Oh my god. Okay. The pipes themselves don't actually lead into this room, by the way. It's
Or is there
sort of
like
like
a
just
central valve I can shut off?
it's like a central area right around like the end of this hallway.
Oh.
And if you did that, you would start to suffocate too, as well as everyone else in this building.
I just kind of want to suffocate those guys.
You can't do that from here.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you this, if we got, I'm gonna ask those guys to help out killing these options here.
Sirius is basically just gonna look at you and sort of cock his head and say, "What happened to trying to talk to them?"
He said the children want to talk to not these guys.
Sirius turns to you, Fall. Hello, Grim? Grim? Hello? 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 Okay.
Sorry.
Sirius turns to you. He says, and sort of gives you a half sidelong look, like, what happened to negotiations?
Well, first off, are they children?
No.
Discern that?
They're like very old-looking men. They have like beards and shotguns, and they're like relatively tall and bulky.
Yeah, they got weapons. They wake up, they can kill us.
The thing is that I don't like. My whole thing was that I wanted to try and make sure that the children could be spared.
Okay.
I wanted to talk to the people that gave us the fucking job.
Yeah, yeah. They don't even really. They won't make contact until the job's done. Is all I can say out of character.
I figured as much.
Yeah.
Okay, so what, you want 2 or 1?
Sirius simply looks at you and he pulls out like 2 wrenches and he says, "I'll take 2 of them."
What about you, Paul? 2 or 1?
Just because these 2 character tokens are on the same bed, I'm just gonna say they're sleeping together. Like 2 men
Yeah.
chilling together in the same bed. Fall?
I'm working on it. Let me
Oh.
think.
Right.
Yeah. Might 2 of those guys or 1 of them?
I'll take 1.
Okay, well, I'm gonna take the other 2. So far.
For the ease of use purposes of everybody involved, I'm just gonna roll a d6 and see how many people wake up when we try to murder them all, and everybody else dies. Because I don't want to work through having 7 characters. I just want to. Okay, cool. Yep, that's sort of what I was hoping for. Okay. So you guys go in, and you each take a body. Sirius takes 2 of them. And he sort of looks at him. He looks back at you guys. He sighs. He sheathes one of the wrenches and pulls out a plasma cutter. And he immediately lobs the dude's head off. And then just smashes his wrench into the other dude's face. Both of them, like, collapse instantly. One because his literal head's gone, and the other one because he just bashed the dude's face in with a wrench. Still alive, but unconscious.
So there's two people wake up or something.
Yeah. Do the rest of you guys? What are you guys doing to the rest of the bodies? Just before I do anything.
Well, I just straight up snapped someone's neck.
Okay, cool. That guy dies too. In that case. Dead.
I was going to take my knife and stab it into the heart of the one I picked.
As you reach down with the knife, the dude's hand flashes up and grabs it, and he opens his eyes and he just grins, and he's like, well, well, well. And he sort of reaches out with one hand, pulls the shotgun up, and tries to take a shot at you. No? Okay. You're taking this stealth action?
Yeah, the free stealth action I get.
Cool, make it.
I'm gonna punch him in the throat.
Oh shit, seriously. Okay.
Yeah.
He's...
Roll hit on that?
Okay, sure, feel free. I'll roll defense.
Oh, I'm rolling on physical or something.
Yeah, give me a physical check. Shit. Alright. Well, what's gonna happen here? Grim, are you gonna do anything beforehand?
I mean, I was gonna reflexively blast him.
Okay, sure, do that. Make me a roll.
Okay.
So there's 3 people on him at the same time.
Okay, question.
Yep.
Would I don't need to add any specific combat skill to this, right?
Nah, it's
Or
just
would
an
I
attack.
Add exotic to it.
What do you think? As an actual like dude who has some experience with this game, what would you say?
Well, the weapon that I'm using is a small arm, but it is quite literally a racial attack. Like, it
I'd
is very
say
specifically something that is far out, so I'm a little bit of a.
I'd say exotic, yeah.
Okay.
I'd say like as a like first time DM, I'll give that to you. Yeah, sure, take it.
Like, I'll actually check that one again. Just 'cause
Yeah, after the session's done, or something. Yeah. As I always say to our viewers who are amazing and so incredibly supportive, I am a first-time DM, and the rest of these players are first-time players on Fragged Empire, so please bear with us if we do stuff wrong. We're still learning here, and we're still trying to figure things out, so if you ever have any corrections or suggestions, please feel free to leave them in the chat. Thank you very much. Alright, so you roll 13
I made it
then?
13.
Cool. Alright. You take the blast, you hit him. I'm gonna roll one more 3d6. 3d5, ooh. Wow. Okay. The blast goes off, makes a lot of noise, and the dude rolls to the side, and he just sort of, like, gets down on his knees. He taps his buddy, and his buddy wakes up, and then now you have 2 people on you. Can I get you guys... Just so I can get, like, a turn order going, can I get you guys to roll a d20 for me? Just so I know what the hell I'm doing. Okay. So turn order wise, enemy 2-9. Faye is 17, so Faye goes first. Or Fall, rather. 16, Remore. And then enemy 1, who is the dude that you just woke up. Right. So both guys are now awake. What do you do, Fall?
What do I do?
Yup.
I immediately blasted it again.
Give it a go. Right. You hit him. How much damage does it do?
5.
Cool. I'm gonna say...
And that's with a crit, dude.
Yeah. I'd say that that's definitely enough. So...
Hold on.
Oh.
Let me check that to be sure.
Okay. Fair enough. How much damage is a stereotypical Kaltoran? Right. I'd say...
I crit him.
Okay. How much damage does that do as a crit? I just want to make sure I know what the hell I'm doing here.
Crit damage is added on top of the other damage, right?
I'd assume so, yeah.
9 total.
Yeah, I'd say you kill him. He takes most of that to the head, and his head rocks back, slams into the bed frame that is made of metal. He bashes his head in, and he collapses to the floor bleeding heavily. His buddy looks at you, and sort of yells at you, Remore, what do you want to do? Because gotta love turn order.
I'm gonna... I don't want to use the dog or blunt chest, so I'm gonna try and hit him with it instead.
Alright. Make a 3d6 plus physical. Or rather strength.
Strength
Oh god. Okay, I need to check something about defense. 10 plus reflexes, huh? Reflexes, I'm gonna say, are about 3, so that's 13. Slash roll 3d6. Yep, okay. Cool. So you try to hit him with the bullgrup launcher, and he catches it. He chuckles to himself. He slams his shotgun into you and just says, eye for an eye. And I'm gonna roll something again. Feel free to roll versus it. Make me a save. Or like, whatever.
Plus movement or reflexes.
Give me plus reflex. I need to pull up a thing. What did you do? What? You pressed a button? Oh no. Oh god, this is very loud. What? Ah.
Oh my god.
What is happening? What have you done? Oh, you rolled 2 natural ones. That's nice. Alright. You fail. He is going to do... I'm gonna roll a D. Wait, no. What is his end damage? I'm gonna say he deals 3 damage to you. Knock it off of whatever resistances you have. So basically, take any of your stat points, like any of your stats, your base stats, and -3 from them total temporarily until you can get some rest.
Yeah, done that.
Cool. So now it's his turn. He looks at you. He whips out the shotgun, and he's gonna make an attack. Cool. This is 15. Try to save against it. Also, he crits, so if he hits you, it's gonna be bad. Alright. Reroll one of those 2s, yeah. Good idea. 3 or better, dude. Or 5 or better. Oh, well,
Ignore that.
yeah. Also, don't forget you have fate points. You can just re-roll an entire dice roll. Right.
Oh, really?
Yep. If you wanted to make that a fate point and take one away from your character sheet, I'll allow it.
Yeah, okay.
Cool.
16 then.
Okay, yeah. So he raises his shotgun, takes aim, and fires. And very quickly, like quick as a flash, you dash to the side and activate invisibility for a moment. And it confuses him and makes him lose sight of you, so the shotgun blast doesn't hit you. The shotgun blast echoes down the hallway, and several bullets pierce through the wall. Grim, that's back up to you.
Back
Wait,
up
what
to
about
me.
the engineer? Wait, what about the engineer?
Oh, right, the engineer. Cool. What is his weapon? I have little friend, don't I? Yeah, I do. Okay. So, actually, no, I have a sawed-off shotgun. Sick. So, what Sirius does is he reaches from behind him, he says, "Surprise, motherfucker," and he pulls out like a sawed-off shotgun. He shoots the dude in the head. I need to make a roll because otherwise he's instantly dead. It does 8 base damage. Ha! Nice.
There's one.
He's gonna expend a fate point, and what's gonna happen here is if he gets all of the same kind, something is going to happen. Thank God. Okay, we're good. So there's a moment where it seems like nothing is going to happen, or like where he's gonna like dodge out of the way, but the shotgun blast just barely catches him, and it must have hit somewhere critical because he just cripples and dies instantly. Like, he just rocks back onto his back and just blood starts pooling from the floor. Sirius looks at the rest of you. He sort of does like a cock like unload with his shotgun, and then just sort of spins it and puts it back in its holster. So you're all alone in the room, and you don't think there's any enemies left in this area.
But I assume enemies are coming because I'm not a if you just rolled.
You never know.
I'm unslinging.
Okay, right.
I'm unslinging my ion rifle off my back.
Feel free.
Well, I'm gonna grab the guy's next axe. I'm gonna grab his cloak and toss it to Fall.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell him go outside and just watch, see if anyone's coming. If they do, tell them there was an accident, forever accident. I'm gonna try and hide the engineer until the coast is clear. Under my floor. It won't be perfect, but hopefully it'll nice, make everyone go away.
So the cloak itself is like ratty and tattered and sort of like just dark black fabric. Also, there was a blindfold that is on the dead body, and Sirius is going to take the blindfold. He's going to look at you guys, shudder slightly, put it over his eyes, and he's going to take the black cloak and put it around his body, and he's going to say, "We have a way in."
Okay.
Everybody follow my lead. And Sirius is going to nod to you. He's going to leave the room. You are in an empty room, and there are crates in the corner, by the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna search those before I leave and find stuff.
You find... Make me an... Oh, wait. Give me a second. I need to try to see what
I
scavenging
pulled a
would be.
Sirius out.
Okay. Just give me a wealth roll, I guess. Oh, wait, no. Give me a survival roll. Cool. Fall and Sirius are out. Sirius now has really big hair. Right. Remor, you find a total of 200 credits stashed underneath the mattress of somebody's bed.
Okay. I'm gonna take those.
Yep, that's all. That's about all you find. There's nothing else in this room.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna activate myself after it's cooled down and then follow them out.
Cool. You wait about 15 minutes. You wait 15 minutes on this. Oh, okay. You're doing this while searching. Okay. So you're back out in the hallway. There are 2 more rooms totally unexplored so far. Right, I need to check the rooms here, figure out what the heck I'm doing. Right. Oh, I missed a room. Whatever. There's one of the rooms that you guys haven't explored yet has something. And I just forgot that that was a room that wasn't actually there in in the actual map so far.
Yeah. We'll put this one next, I guess.
Cool. Okay. So, Remore, you go up to the side. I assume that we're probably also flanking you on the other side of the door. You open up the door, and there's a series of crates. It seems to be some kind of storage room. Feel free. So you search, and you crack open one of these crates, and it is like illegal, really heavy, high-powered firearms. We're talking like the ion cannons that Grim has. I'm gonna say you guys get 2 trade goods worth of firearms. Just enough to complete that set that you guys had from before, plus 1 resource total.
Yeah. Okay, that's great then.
Just saying. Alright, so that's there in case you guys want to take those later.
Yeah.
Yep. And then there's one final door in this room.
Yeah, that one.
Right.
This one.
So you you try to open the door. The door is sealed. A pad on a panel on the front of the door opens up and it says enter password. And there's a small countdown timer of about 30 seconds.
Okay, I'll go try and hack it.
Give me a hacking roll or programming roll. I'm gonna say you get 2 attempts at this and then the alarm will go off.
Rolling it again.
Trust me, it'll be worth your while. Oh, hey, there you go. Yeah, cool. So, you, wow, you make it by 1. Okay. So, you unseal the door. The door opens to reveal a bay of security cameras. They show most of the inside of the buildings, and they actually show the entire version of what's beyond this room. And I'm just gonna give you a general reveal of the overall security camera range. So I need to do a polygon reveal. Enter. Oh, nope. How do I reveal? How do I reveal via polygon?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look away while you're doing this.
Reveal. I'm just gonna say reveal up to about here. The room itself is rather large. And there are so I'm just gonna draw some stuff here. Basically the room that is revealed on the other side of this corridor is rather large. It seems like a central living space. There's couches set up against the walls over here and around here, with tables and lights and magazines and stuff strewn across the floor. There's a central table right about here that has some board games and chairs and stuff set up, and then the general central area of the living space has a vending machine against one corner that starts yelling about arrow fizz or whatever the heck it was that I was talking about last time. And that's about it. Nothing really huge here. There is a major corridor though that you guys see, and there's 2 rooms branching off from here.
Okay, I'm gonna shut down these security cameras and wipe the drive completely.
Alright. So the drives are wiped. You hear the sound of a security camera above you guys power down, and a hidden panel in the ceiling sort of opens up, and a security camera moves down slowly via a small hydraulic lift in the ceiling, and just sort of sits there. A memory card pops out, and there's the sound of in Kaltoran. I don't know if any of you guys speak Kaltoran, but there's the sound of system error, shutdown imminent, extracting memory, and then just there's the sound of like a data chip being extracted, and then it pops out and clatters to the floor. Cool, you've got a data chip. Mark that down on your character sheet. Might be useful, might not.
Yeah, done that.
So there's nothing else in that room, so I assume that we probably go back into the hallway and check that sealed door.
This one over here.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, just go over there.
Cool. So, at this point, there seems to be like an extremely complicated lock on this door that has like several passcodes, and like it's all sort of written in Kaltoran. And Sirius sort of looks at the two of you guys. He says, "Let me handle this." He cracks his knuckles and he starts working. About 8 minutes goes by, in which time you hear like sort of like the sounds of like machines from the other end of the room and some general other stuff. And then he finally yells, "Got it!" And the door unseals to reveal a hallway beyond. So, there's just a small room here, and then a door on this side of the room that I forgot to draw. That just is like a wooden door. It's nothing huge. It's just totally manual open.
I'm gonna walk the quick stuff and then just push it open.
Okay, you push it open. You push it open and look in. So what you see is the follows. What?
Got an awareness roll?
No, actually. You just see a bay of computers. Oh, hi, Mom. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it. No, don't turn that any higher than 1. I know. However, it's all I can do on stream without it like freaking out. So you see a bay of computers. They're all unlocked and open. Give me a minute. I need to close this door. There we go. You see a bay of computers. They're just sort of open and sort of tuned to several like entertainment things. It seems to be based around like kids shows and stuff. There's some text in Kaltoran that sort of like shows like application names, and it just seems to be like a personal computer on most of them. One of them in particular is password locked.
Well, try and unlock that one.
Okay. Give me a programming roll. DC 15. Rep.
Okay, engineer try.
Yep. Sirius is gonna give it a go. Sheet-wise, where is my electronics? Okay. How the hell do I only have a 0 on electronics? He's trained in it, plus...
Just up.
Yeah.
He's trained in it?
He is trained in it.
So he has at least a +1.
Okay. And then he got... And you get a +1 in all other stuff due to Jack of all trades. On professional skills, so it's going to be +2. That's 9. Okay. He fails 2. I'm going to say that's going to be like a...
Do you want me to take a shot at it?
Why not?
He looks at her. Give it a go.
Engineer try.
Hold on, let me check what my skill with it is.
Just watch it be like +4.
It's electronics, right?
Yeah. No, it's programming, rather.
Doesn't matter, it is the same amount for me. I very
Shit.
much did not get that.
The computer remains locked.
Well, I hope to go
Some text appears in Kaltoran. Sorry. Some text appears in Kaltoran that says, too many login attempts, frozen for a minute.
I'm pretty sure we'll find passcode on somebody. better on.
Can I read Kaltorin?
Yep. Well, can you speak Kaltorin? Is it in your languages?
No, I'm not Kaltorin.
What?
I don't know. I think, like, for the most part, I speak with them in Corp, but
Okay.
I don't have a specific language for it.
All right. I don't think that you would have it then. I'd say
Huh?
you don't have it then.
Okay. I just
So-
want to know if I could possibly like read a bit of it, just because I would get the joke.
Yeah. Sirius is gonna look at the rest of you. He's gonna be like, he's just gonna shake his head, and then he's just gonna move over to the door. Motion for the rest of you guys to go through.
Yep.
I can either get a Snorlax that knows Body Slam, or I can wait until Wednesday and get my Raikou.
Your Raikou.
Sorry, completely out of character right now, but but in Pokemon Go, the new August research tasks feature Raikou. If you
Oh
get a
jeez.
breakthrough, you get a chance. If you get a breakthrough, you get a chance at catching it.
Oh jeez. Okay, fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really play Pokemon Go. I haven't in a long, long time, but for the most part, yeah, that's pretty cool. So there's another door here, right about here. Before I say anything else.
Let's go investigate that building.
Mhm.
Let's go investigate this door here then.
So this is a funny one. The door opens completely fine, and it is. Oh my god, it's so important. Oh, kidding, it's a bathroom.
Yeah.
You open the door to the bathrooms. You look inside. There's nothing in here. It is a bathroom.
I walk back out, just like shaking my head.
You're back out.
Okay.
Rest of us go. Cool. So there's the rest of that hallway. You recognize the rest of this place is like the area where the security camera was?
Yeah. Let's go check. Is this a door here?
Yep, that's the door.
Okay, let's go check.
How long is
that
this
door,
been serving?
guys.
Sure, okay.
We should inspect the door at the moment, see what it is.
Sure. So the rest of us, I'll go and check this door. So that reveals itself, and right. Let me see if this even works. Okay, weird. My screen is actually freezing. So you enter into a building with a series of small like data cubbies like lining the walls. Like it looks like almost like a library, except it's just covered in data pads. There's nothing really else here, but you think that but like it's a library.
Check it out.
Give me a minute while I roll something. That's my survival. Nada, so 0. Where did that go? It rolled, but it didn't show up. Oh, there you go. Ha, yeah, nice. Okay. So, Sirius starts hunting through the data cabinets. Eventually, he finds, he pulls out a data pad, and it looks to be written in Kaltorin, but he says basically in as hushed a tone as he can manage, he says, "This is on that Cog family, the Gideon guy that we sent away." Turns out they were rather influential around here, up until a couple decades ago. He nods. He puts the book back.
It's only asking through this information.
Well, feel free to do what you want. You're in a room that contains a bunch of information.
Okay, well, can I roll awareness in the room then?
Feel free. In fact, roll me survival instead, because that's for salvaging.
so I got a 10.
10?
Yeah.
Right. I'd say you pull a book off of the wall, and it's just like, it's general information on the Dark Tribes. You know about as much as Fall now regarding them.
Can I look for like a Kaltoran dictionary? Can I look for a couple of books that might help me just like
Translate Kaltoran?
understand? Huh?
Translate Kaltoran, as I thought.
Well, to start with, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Make me a
Like
roll.
just stuff to give me better on understanding on how to do that. On how like Kaltoran language and stuff.
Absolutely. Give me a roll.
Survival?
Sure. Right. You
Hold
pull a
on.
book. Oh.
I'm re-rolling that one.
Hey, there you go.
And I'm taking a 2 on top of that.
So that's 15,
12,
17.
14, 15, 17.
Yep. Cool. So you pull like a comprehensive Corp to Kaltoran dictionary off of the wall. It like has translations like all the way up to like high school grade English classes, levels of stuff.
Hold on 1 second.
Feel free. I'm gonna say from here we're gonna take a short break for about 5 minutes before we continue. I appreciate everybody else tuning in, but feel free to take a short break. Grab some water, grab some food, and we will be back shortly. Just because this is a good time to take a minute before other stuff starts happening.
Sorry, I just had to go put my dogs back in, that's all.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm just putting us on break for a few minutes.
Okay.
Just while we go and like get stuff.
So in this library, you actually like books.
Do we what?
Are there actual physical books in this library? Like, you know,
No, there's data pads.
there's no like massive, like, you know, 1,000-page book.
No, not really. Oh God, are you planning on doing that again?
Yeah, I was kind of like killing some of the giant, like, you know, yellow pages books, but there's no books in here.
Jesus.
Not fair.
Why do you like why do you like murdering people with such unconventional methods?
It's fun, okay?
I don't understand you, man. Yeah. I'm gonna go and grab some water and stuff, and I'll be back in a minute.
Right.
Oh, shit. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna grab some water.
Sound about as bad as I do.
Definitely. Definitely made me better.
So the door knob's changed when he came over.
Huh?
It looks stupid. He only had to he replaced it with all he could. But it doesn't capture anything, so I'll have to get another one for
When you get back to this now. So love you. Jesus, it's hot in here. Oh God, this is really horrible. Right. What's going on, guys? We're back. Hey, you two. Right. What's going on? How are you guys doing? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Fair enough. Just wait for everybody else to get back here, I guess. If Remore isn't here. I got fries from my mother. I am happy. Food.
I cleaned up from dinner.
Yo, Remore, are you there? Ain't no Remore when he's gone. It's always gone too long. Oh, hi. You're back. What's going on? Alright. Are we good?
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Are we good to go?
Good.
Oh. Whoa. What happened? Oh shit.
Like,
My app's freezing up again. Uno momento, por favor.
break.
Are we
Can you
good?
hear me?
Are we good? I can hear you, yep. Remore seems to have disappeared. Oh, nope. Remore's back. Hi, Remore. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Hello? Testing?
Yeah, I've
Yep.
just been in Discord.
Alright.
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yes?
Cool.
I was able to hear you this entire time.
I wasn't able to hear you, so I was a little bit.
Oh. Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
Headphone problem?
Huh?
Headphone problem?
No. It just I think your microphone was going in and out on my end.
I'm pretty sure it's also something to do with how my microphone's being picked up right now.
Possibly.
Cool, I think I'm good. I'm like in a very hot, like 20-30 degrees Celsius room right now, trying to talk without like having the fan blowing too much, and it's like
What's
killing
that?
me inside.
What's that in Fahrenheit? If you have a actually, I'll just
60, roughly?
60 degrees Fahrenheit.
Roughly?
Jeez, you are in cold.
Wait, give me a second. Siri, how hot is it in Fahrenheit right now?
You're in
Quality
like
content. 98. 98 degrees. Woo!
90. Okay, what Celsius are you at?
Siri, how hot is it?
Let's check the weather in Kamloops.
98.
Seems rather hot to me.
What? Why is it 98 degrees Celsius?
I think your app's a little bunked.
I guess. Hey Siri, how hot is 98 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit? Wait, no, what?
That would be 194 degrees Fahrenheit.
Hold on.
I need a moment. 90 degrees.
It's about 35 Celsius.
Yeah, that's about right.
Oh, your room is hotter than mine is right now.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
My room's also a good 5-10 degrees hotter than most of my house.
Yeah, I don't have like any kind of air conditioning or anything in my room either.
the ventilation for my house just doesn't reach me in my sister's old rooms.
Basically, yeah. Would agree. Similar stuff with me. Right. Are we good? Pretty good to get back? Cool. Okay. So, now that we've all done our searching and found relatively decent books, the library doesn't really have anything else. It's just sort of a library full of books. For the most part, you guys are pretty much good to do what you need.
Right. Okay.
There is a door to the north and the west that you guys still haven't investigated. Here and here.
Right. Which one do I do first? North or west?
Feel free to do it in character.
That's what I'm asking.
Oh, okay.
Just go to the next one.
This one. Okay, the north door.
Oh, okay. Well, here comes the relatively dramatic part. Right. You guys head over to the door. It's relatively, like, secure. Like, really secure in comparison to the rest of the compound. There's a larger, like, electronic padlock on the door, but after a bit of cracking, Sirius opens it pretty quickly. There are 5 adults and 7 children in this room, all sleeping on cots and beds. Generally just sort of sleeping. It's late at night. People here, here, here. Oh, player token. Ah! Come on. Do it. Just do it. Ah! Okay, there you go. Person here. 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 These are the adults. And these are the kids.
Okay. I'm just gonna close the door and...
Yep. Door seals. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
But I wouldn't kill them.
Yep.
Of course I wouldn't kill them, yes.
There are a bunch of adults and a bunch of kids there. There was sort of a mix. But you guys head over to the western door. You look at the door. A sign above it, it says something in Kaltoran. The only one who gets is Sirius, so it just says cafeteria. Sirius unseals the door and goes in.
Yeah.
It's the cafeteria.
Is there anyone in here?
Nope. It's completely empty.
So there's no one else in here but the women and children.
No, there's like adults, so there's like men and women, like a mix of the two. 2 men, 2 women, and 4 children.
Search the kitchen then.
You search around, you find some food supplies. I say you get about a trade good worth.
Okay. Let's go to this one. That's all.
You go back to the one you were at. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
you unseal the door.
Right, okay. I'm gonna go in with my build rub lunch for us and do it stuff, so
Okay.
yeah.
Fall, I assume you're probably there as well, just in order to keep Remore in check.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm covering the children.
Okay.
I'm in stealth, so it's up to Fall now. She's gonna try and, negotiate because it's not pretty.
Okay. Sorry, what are you doing?
Right, so yeah. Okay, well I'm just gonna cover this. I'm going to cover this side of the room here, all the children are,
Okay, cool.
with the build up launcher.
Okay.
And then Beth can do whatever she wants with the adult. Oh, and I'm gonna tell this guy to cover the adults.
Okay. In that case, Sirius is going to cover those. I'm gonna just do something really, really stupid for fun. There. Perfect.
Sure.
Yep. That worked. fall. Yeah, sure. Do that.
What?
It's the Matrix shit. Why not? Alright. This is just a bunch of sleeping adults and children here. The women themselves look relatively old. They're like 30s to 40s. Oops, a daisy. This is a bit too loud. The women themselves are about in their mid-30s, late 40s. The men themselves are older. These seem to be the ones that weren't quite as fighting fit as the others, but they still carry stuff like sawed-off shotguns and normal shotguns. Yeah, pretty much. It's dark tribes. They're constantly at war, fighting with each other. So having weapons on hand is pretty much a way of life. The children themselves are young, ranging between like 5 to 9. There is one guy and 3 girls. And in terms of the adults, there are like 3 guys and 1 girl.
Okay.
I just said come to get buckets first, but yeah, we can see your side now. It's up to Faith, because I'm not doing the negotiation stuff, so it's up to her.
I'm trying to think of the best way to do this.
Yeah. Because if you waste one of them, they're going to panic and then waste the one. Shoot everyone else.
Sirius is gonna say, "Can I try my idea?"
I say go ahead.
Sirius pulls out his sawed-off shotgun. He points it at the ceiling, and he shoots the thing. The loud noise wakes up everybody in the room. Immediately, several adults start freaking out and grabbing at weapons, and the kids start cowering in the corner. They look at the 3 of you, and when they notice that none of
they can't. Again, I think it should make a point of everybody is blind except for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm stealth.
Yeah, there's been a shotgun that has gone off, basically. They don't look at any of you guys, but rather they sort of look in the direction of the shotgun.
Shotgun blast.
Yeah, pretty much. And there's like several people like sort of panicking and pulling out weaponry and sort of like trying to cast their senses around, trying to see what was see quote unquote what was going on. But they're not actually attacking anything yet. They don't really seem to know why they're not currently dead.
Okay. Was Sirius gonna do anything else other than the shotgun blast?
Sirius is gonna cock his head at you. He's like, all yours.
Sorry, I'm dealing with I'm dealing with a little bit of allergy.
Oh yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm here right now.
That's fine.
I start speaking.
Mm-hmm. Moral conundrum.
I'm trying to think. Sorry, this is. I'm actually trying to think.
Yeah. Yeah, I get you.
It's very annoying. Everyone calm down.
So-
I am aware that there was a rather loud noise that woke all of you up. The source of that would have been my colleague, as it was the most efficient way of getting everyone awake.
Okay. one of the adults looks at, or sort of looks in the direction of where you are, and one of them, I guess the older man here, sort of says, "Are you going to kill us?"
We have been contracted, said in as much terseness and just not happy with this
Yeah.
as I can. We've been contracted to do so. I would prefer
Solid nod.
not to. It's like, and while we may have to, and we have not figured out another way to get around it.
Silent nod from from two of the adults. The other two just look generally terrified.
We would like to offer a possibility.
Go on.
Instead of death for the younglings that are here.
Anakin Skywalker. Yeah.
Honestly, that's just the easiest answer I had.
Yeah.
There's younglings that are here. Instead, we take them up. Instead, should this go south very quickly, we take them, get them up to the surface, and give them a shot at life outside of the tunnels. I know it is a possibility and a custom to your people that this does happen every so often.
It's dangerous up on the surface, though.
It's just as dangerous down here with the constant warring between the clans.
Sound like shuddering sigh. He's like, but if you try to, you can't. I need you to make a conversation roll.
Me?
Yep. Give me a conversation roll.
Hold on, I need to.
I'd say just generally as a player, or for your attempts at this, I'm gonna say I'm gonna give you a +2 to this.
You're gonna give me a +2 to this?
Situational bonus, yep.
Okay, that's a +1 because my modifier is -1.
Still good.
Not that good.
There's a moment where he sort of looks at you, and you can almost swear that he can see you. Like, you can almost swear that there's something about him sort of checking you up and down. And he sits there for a moment silently and says, give me a second. I need to think of a name. You are hired by the Consortium, then. Those who came from the east.
To be honest, I have no idea.
There's just a moment. There's sorry. What?
Our friend here gave another one of our comrades was approached with the offer.
Then it's too late for the rest of you. Do what you must. Take the children up. As long as they can survive, then we will live. In our own way. Silent, sort of like determination on his face, and he sort of nods. He's like, do it.
Okay.
You will not fight
Can I
back.
make my stuff now?
Feel free to, no, like, they're not going to resist. Just kill them. Feel free.
Okay.
I
I'm going to.
gathered the children and try and lead them by the hand out of the room first.
Yep. They
Okay.
sort of follow after silently, sort of like nodding, accepting that this has happened. They seem a lot more mature than most surface dwellers for their age. Like, they're really genuinely kind of... It's kind of fucked up how, like... how awful this... I mean, life must be for them if they're able to just accept this without a word. But they do.
Okay.
Sirius
so
follows.
Yeah. I'm gonna execute respawn here.
Yep, you do the job.
Okay. And then I'm gonna go outside to Ball and have a conversation with her.
Yep, feel free.
So, we're not letting these children go. Unfortunately, as we didn't kill them, can't just let them go. The only other option I have is giving them over to people hiders, and hopefully they won't kill them.
Okay. Giving them over to who?
People hiders.
Okay.
Sirius is gonna point his sawed-off shotgun at your face. He's gonna say, "It's not the deal we made."
I'm gonna let my dog go bunch.
The barn door.
The second that both of those happen, my
Alright.
skin lights up more,
Yeah, okay.
and an arc of energy flies off in both their directions, landing just short of both of them.
Okay.
You two will both stop now.
Sirius nods. He puts the shotgun down. He says, "I have an idea. Where are the barn door right now?"
I'm not sure.
You have the contact details. You could enter into a GPS.
I can call and ask. I can call and
Do
ask,
so.
and we can get them off planet.
Do so.
Have we considered this could make a dangerous enemy here?
We
What?
don't.
Sorry, Remora. I didn't completely understand what you said.
Well, if we don't complete this contract, the suspicion could make a powerful enemy.
I know a way to hide them.
They wanted them gone, right?
They want them dead with their words.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you did.
Character? Okay, fair enough.
Well, who's gonna miss a few kids off world? They're clearly here to try and put a move on in a war of some kind. If the adults are gone and the adults are dead and the children are gone, I don't think they'll care.
Okay, I have a solution. They offered us for this contract anything we wanted. Instead of asking for a shift, we could ask the children instead, and that might be a way of saving them.
Alright.
Do you agree?
I turn to Sirius. Sirius,
Nod.
what's your take?
My take is, I could try and get them off world in a safe way. I know several people in the spaceports around here that could potentially put them up for a few days. Or we could guarantee their safety but cut our reward short. It's up to you two, but if we can get them off world safely, that'd be a good idea.
We put you in a class 4 battleship or 4 kids.
More crew members, to be honest. 4 crew members.
True.
Depends on how this goes.
Well, it's all we do now. choice in this. To the fact that lead on this.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take them with us, and your employers, if they ask, we tell them they were spoils. That way, we can still get our. We tell them they were spoils. We get our reward. They get their. It's like they get their slaughter. It's like we get our. We get our. It's like we get our reward of some form of ship. They get our. They get their slaughter, and we get a couple more crew members. It's either that. It's either that, or we don't. That, or we take. Or we, quote unquote, take the children as our reward.
Yeah.
And they are honor bound to give it to us. And we get them off. And we get them off world with the barn door.
Right. Well, I can try that. Do we agree then?
Agreed. Let's do this.
Agreed.
Okay, then let's do it.
Right. So.
Oh, I'm going to take the crates of illegal weapons, by the way, that's still here.
Okay, cool. You take like several crates of weapons through the streets of Faven. That's not weird at all. Right. So.
We camouflage the crates as best we can.
Okay, thank God for that, because that would have caused some problems. Right. So, you guys make your way back. There's some like sort of raised eyebrows at the sight of 4 kids, a Twyfar and a Nephilim carrying like 2 crates of what look like suspiciously hidden weaponry or like suspiciously hidden goods down the streets of Haven in the middle of the night. But you guys make it through relatively unaccosted.
You do realize that the person that would be carrying this is not the Twyfar, right?
I hope so.
Because I do not have that strength.
Yeah. Wait, you're carrying 4 children? Oh no, you're carrying the trade goods.
No, I'm leading them.
Okay. For a second there, I thought you meant like, I won't be carrying these children. I'm like, what? I'm sorry, that's not right.
No, they're following behind me. I've taken that robe that was thrown at me. I fashioned it into a type of rope and just into like a lion with knots and just had them hold on to that. Follow me.
All right, fair enough. You just sort of lead them down. Where do you guys go, in particular?
Well, they're going to go to the shipyard, and then I'm going to go to the original where I first met the Gulf and Devil guy.
Right, fair enough. Why don't you make a roll?
Actually, can I do one thing first?
This doesn't really concern anything, but like, feel free. Yep.
No, I would like to do a thing before we split up.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
Are there any shops open? Any electronic shops open?
I'd say in terms of like how long you guys spent in there, start around like midnight, working your way through rooms and talking to people and killing people. I'd say it's 5 or 6 in the morning. I'd say there are a couple shops open. But they're like the super like hawk like they're sort of shops that tend to prey on like tourists and other people who don't really know what they're doing.
Okay, then never mind.
Alright. Just the ones that are like open 24/7 at all times, right? That kind of thing.
Okay. Can I send a message to one of my contacts in the Swagger family?
Sure. What do you want to say?
I'll pop it over to you in a private.
Okay. I am going to pull out some actual d6 just because I want to make a physical roll here for secrecy sake. Right. Ooh, very interesting. All right, fair enough. Moderate success. Somewhat. Depends on what that is, though. Jesus Christ, that is a lot of text.
Yeah, no, it's just really loud because of the clicky.
Fair enough. Oh, jeez.
That's all. It wasn't anything big. Like, it wouldn't have mattered if anybody had like actually like paid attention to what I was doing. It was just a matter of like, I'm sending it to you because it's just like me sending off a message to the contact real quick because I just had a quick question.
Sure. So I guess a few minutes later, you're going to probably get a reply. I'm just going to take that up. Oh, God. Oh, God. There you go. So that's your answer. That's still about 2 hours away, though.
Okay, that's fine. I just needed to know.
Nod. All right. So, anything else that you're gonna be doing before I have this whole encounter with Remor?
Just nothing. Just I was just doing my reply. That's all.
All right.
I take me. I like wave serious, and we just go and find a place to hole up for the moment.
All right. You guys sort of make your way out and find your way back to like the hotel that you were staying at. Sirius sort of like looks at you and he's like, probably want to go to a different place for tonight. And he sort of
I look at him and go, wait 1 second. I run in, grab whatever we have, and run back out.
He says, see, I don't have much room, but I do have a place. And he points like off into the dockyard, like on the far edge of it. And there's like a series of like condominiums sort of set up for like workers and like shipbuilders. And he just sort of points to one of the uppermost rooms. And he's like, if we really want to be in private.
That'll be fine. We should
He nods. He nods and he sort of leads you over.
At the very least, we can get these children fed and probably back to sleeping for a little bit.
I live worse than a college student, but whatever, fine.
Once we get there, Fall rummages around in her bag and pulls out like small amounts of like space rations.
Okay, so you have like. Okay, so you have like corporate branded shit. Okay, fair enough.
No. This is like stuff like a little bit of some stuff that I still have from the stuff from the home ships.
Oh shit. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Like real.
It's just like this is just stuff that I don't really like. I don't use a lot, but because it's literally space food, it keeps forever.
Fair enough. So it's like astronaut food, in essence.
Yeah, it's like dehydrated stuff. I get some water and
Okay.
I rehydrate it and pass it and start serving a little bit to the children.
All right. Fair enough. The scene cuts there. The camera zooms out to the rest of the corridor and the rest of the Kaltorans going about their day, just starting their work on the docks. And then it zooms in on Remor. Remor, you're in the original location. The lights are a little bit brighter now. The location itself is still secure though. There's nobody really around, and if anything, you've probably sealed the door by this point.
Yeah.
You start to hear the sound of footsteps from on the second floor. Even though you've sealed the door and you've been there for about 15 minutes and you never heard a single person enter, you hear footsteps from above. And then you hear a voice from far, far up on the second floor. I see that you accomplished your goals. You will be rewarded justly. What do you wish?
Well, since you asked, I want a class 4 battleship.
Class 4, huh? It'll take a couple of weeks, but we can see what we can do. The figure steps closer towards the balcony. She has a white, like, titanium, like, face mask on with, like, blackened eye sockets and a blackened mouth. Like, almost like a jester's mask, except it's not smiling, it's just, like, expressionless. She wears, like, a long black cloak ending in, like, trails that sort of, like, glitch and sort of shift in place and, like, sort of blend with the air around it. Her body almost seems to, like, not really be there, but still be there at the same time. Like, again, glitchy, sort of, like, patches in places where it just doesn't exist and then it does. She looks down at you, and you immediately feel the sense of incredible danger. Like, if you were to raise a fist against this person, she would kill you instantly. And you hear, like, a low chuckle from her as she looks at you. She's like, you didn't kill everyone, did you?
Well,
What have
I
you
wanted
done?
to kill the children, but unfortunately...
Oh, no. No, I didn't mean the children. You didn't kill an adult when still alive. You didn't check the bodies, did you?
Oh.
There's...
It seems that, you know, acid would go far enough for them.
Well, this one will be scarred for life, but he will still tell his story. You didn't quite do what we told you to, but you accomplished enough. And what about the children that you mentioned? You have killed them, yes?
No, we're taking those as casualties of war.
This is not a war that you fight, Surface Dweller. This is not...
part of war.
I hope you realize what you are doing by crossing us. The Consortium will not agree to this.
Well, we're taking them, whether you like it or not. If you don't, well, you have to go through me.
You hear, you can almost feel like the grimace on, like this sort of half grin on her face as she regards you. Very good. I appreciate your bravery. However, I am afraid that this is where we must part ways. And you hear the sound of a laser cannon being powered up from the second floor. You see a red dot appear on your chest. What do? You have one turn to get away from this.
Well, I'm gonna roll movement and go with that.
Feel free. Right. So, in the split second where you hear that laser cannon power up and you see the red dot appear on your chest, you instantly know what to do. What do you do in particular? Be as descriptive as possible, because I can give you a +2 to this. If you describe it well. Role play it out.
Okay, so as soon as I notice a red dot on my chest, I power up the stealth suit.
Okay.
And sprint forward, pulling out the full grip launcher, firing a shot up at the cannon.
Alright.
Keep moving.
Okay.
Try to dodge the blast. Move from cover to cover.
Understood. I am going to pull this up. And since I want this to be relatively like glitchy and weird, I'm gonna pull up a grating, completely opposite soundtrack. So, there's the sound of strange chanting from up above. You feel something sort of like, you feel someone behind you almost instantly, and you feel a gun against your back. Can you roll me a reflex or a movement roll? This sounds really fucking ominous. I kind of like it. This is completely just randomly done, but I'm cool with it. Cool. You dodge.
That one.
Oh. I didn't even notice. Good catch.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I'm watching the rolls.
Go for it. All right. 14.
That's better.
You feel the gun against your back, and you like roll out of the way as there's the sound of like an explosion, and a literal like chunk out of the wall collapses inwards as like a molten meter wide and tall circumference hole appears in the side of the wall. I'm gonna give you another shot at getting away from this. You're about 30 feet from the entryway. You have sealed the door, though, of your own accord, I assume.
Yeah. I'm going to shoot the door with the build launcher anyways, try and melt it.
Alright, fair enough.
Movement.
Give me 2 3d6. One with movement, one with exotic.
Should be exotic as mine.
Might be heavy arms.
Oh, heavy arms, yeah, go for that one. That one's probably better. More appropriate. Cool. Want to re-roll that one? Oh. Rip.
Never mind.
Rip! Alright, you take a shot at the door. The door starts to melt and shift and bend inwards. And then you see, like, the door itself start to be, like, held in place. Like, the melting is there, and there's still about a meter wide hole in the door that you can get through. But the rest of the door is being held from collapsing further by this weird, like, light from the door. It's... The sound of the chanting gets closer. You hear laughter from the area behind you. And then you hear another 2 voices laughing as well, and 2 more people appear on the balcony above you. I regret to inform you, this is now an unwinnable fight. Your doomsday clock has hit 0.
Let's see what I can keep rolling.
I suggest you get out of this planet and quick.
Oh god. Okay, I tried to dive through the hole in the door.
Okay, give me a movement roll.
That was it, yeah. The 10.
Oh shit. Okay. You make a dash towards the door and you try to jump through it. Your clothing catches, but you make it to the other side of the door. You have, I suppose, like a couple of extra seconds before they catch you. Either you can tear your cloak and break the actual invisibility properties, or you can keep going and try to get it free and waste precious time.
I'm gonna try and get it free.
Oh my god, okay. Give me a roll, 3d6. Just straight. You get it free just barely. They're at the other side of the door now, and one of them starts to climb their way through. You are in the middle of a busy hallway covered in Kaltorans. Several of them look at you with just terror, and several of them start peeling off into the hallway, running towards the spaceport or other locations around the tunnels. What are you doing? You need to get away from here.
I am running as fast as I can through this crowd.
Right. As you move your way through the crowd, I'm going to roll another 3d6, and I want to try and check something. Actually, I'm going to do it in real life. Right. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, you got really shitty luck, Remore. Another 3 of these people in robes and masks appears on the other end of the hallway coming towards you. You can get into the spaceport, but just barely.
I'm gonna need to roll movement.
You're gonna have to roll movement, but I'm gonna give you a +2 situational bonus for trying to escape these things.
11.
Right. You sprint down, you peel off into the spaceport, dashing as fast as your legs can carry you. I assume around this point, Sirius, Grim, and the children are upstairs about 2 or 3 floors. And you are about 7 minutes from having the barn door land nearby.
Oh.
I assume that one of you guys probably contacted them in terms of like getting the kids off world while you were waiting.
I'll say I did.
Yeah, yeah. So you have to actually hold out here until it arrives.
They weren't happy about it, but they came. But they figured it would be better off to come get them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to hold out for a total of 10 turns, Remore.
Okay, I'm gonna hunker down behind some crates then.
Are you gonna do anything? Are you gonna try and get our attention in any way?
Well, I was up on the top floor and I can't get there in time. And I don't want to be in the building when I'm trapped.
I'm just gonna roll an awareness then.
I just have to hope she noticed me down here.
Fair enough. Oh shit. Sirius is a +1 to her awareness. Shit. Okay. Well, slash roll d6.
Do you want me to roll for awareness?
Please. Oh, this is freaky. Okay. 16.
I don't notice anything. I'm too busy caring for the kids.
Right. I'm gonna roll one more situational dice, just because I like the idea that this is something that Sirius has just been tinkering with in the months leading up to this. Right, that is a mild success. It does exist. Right. Okay. I'm giving you guys as much help as I can here.
Okay.
So, Remore, you hunker down behind a series of crates. These robed figures start marching into the spaceport. There are about 10 of them now, and you hear more joining the fray shortly. Sirius is a Fall and Sirius. You guys are tending to the kids when Sirius suddenly perks up, and his face just goes pale. He's like, "Yeah, didn't make it." He runs over to the window and he whips off like item that's been basically like shrouded this entire time, and he reveals a laser cannon off of like a ship, and he immediately like looks out the window towards the corridor and sets it up on the window pointing down. You've got some covering fire for now, Remore.
Okay, I'm gonna switch the assault cannon.
Queh. Right.
Open fire.
Alright, cool. So I'm going to do some mass combat. I need to open up a document here. I don't know where it is though in detail. I guess I'm gonna say every turn. Yeah, I'm gonna do something really weird here. Every turn I'm gonna roll a D100, and I'm going to have that much damage be dealt by the cannon and other security officials within the spaceport versus this enemy. The other enemies, meanwhile, will try and do everything in their power to kill you and stop the other ships from taking off. I'll roll a D100 on their side, and they will do that much damage to the spaceport. When either set reaches 0, that is the victory of the enemy or the victory of us. This might go really horribly, or it might go really well, and it all depends on the rolls here.
Yeah.
I'd say the spaceport has a total of 500 HP. And the enemy force has a total HP of 236. However, you've got an entire station on your side versus this weird force that's sort of come out of nowhere. I'll say the first wave, they only have about 30 HP, but every turn that's going to increase by another 30. Are you ready?
I'll just message you.
Cool.
Okay, so who's on the heavy cannon?
I'd assume that Sirius is. I'm gonna
Okay,
take some music. I'm gonna try and find something.
Can I get up to the roof?
Yep, I'd say so.
I get up to the roof. I get up to the roof, pull my rifle, and start aiming.
Okay. Cool. So you start doing that. I need to try and find something that sounds sufficiently battle-y. Right. Ah, God. I'm gonna do more weird things. Forbidden Galaxy.
Final Fantasy X battle theme, go.
I could very well. Give me a sec while I pull that up.
Just that moment of, I could do that. I could do that, it would be fun.
Track. I need to try and find some kind of music that actually fits, though. That's my problem. The Inner Core, I believe, was one. What was the Inner Core again? I still recall that was pretty sick. Oh, jeez. That's not quite right. Let's go.
There we go.
Give me a minute while I try and find something here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
This is very much not fitting, but it still works as sufficient. Right. I'll just play this.
Is the sufficient working?
It sounds about right. So, you've got, for now, round 1 Remore, you're on your own. The cannon will come in on round 2 and deal a D100 damage. Oh, okay. Oh, shit, okay. In character, out of character, Remore, are you sure you want to do that?
Yeah.
Alright.
It's doing my last stand.
Understood. Okay. So, you've got people coming in from basically all sides. I want you to make me a D100 roll.
Me.
Yep. Roll me 1 D100.
That's 4.
I have not
Can I
seen
roll
this.
D100?
Sure. This is mostly just determining how quickly enemies
See if I
react
can spot.
and reinforcements.
Oh. Yes.
Alright.
Spot.
You what? Sir, what are you trying to do? I didn't quite hear you there.
What? One time.
I can't hear you. You're cutting out pretty heavily. Give me a second. Oh yeah, I'm cutting out heavily. Okay, one sec.
Huh?
I'm cutting out pretty heavily, and I think you are
Alright,
as well. Nope.
I hear you.
Give me a minute. Are we good? Are you back to normal? Hello? Testing, testing. Hello, hello.
Same with you.
Check, check. Check, 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 check. Hello, hello. Are we good? Are we good? Hello? Testing, testing. God, this is gonna be a second, isn't it?
Hello.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, we're back to normal. Cool. So, what were you trying to do in particular with that roll?
I was trying to see if I can spot what's going on.
Oh yeah.
And walk back.
Oh yeah. You spot about 30 robed figures in like gray masks, wielding like assault cannons, and you think there might also be some Twifar in there, using whatever psionic abilities they have to try and keep things relatively from falling apart on their end.
Okay.
So basically there's a huge force amassing at one end of the spaceport, and Remor and Remor's sort of on the other end, hunkered down behind a bunch of crates.
Okay.
There are about 30 of them right now.
Do I spot any? What was it? Any snipers?
Snipers? No. You don't spot anybody like that. Most of them are armed with relatively medium to short range weaponry. Thankfully. For now, they can't really seem to do anything quite yet.
Okay.
Probably don't want to risk any of their kind getting blown to pieces by this.
That's fair.
Okay, what do you want to do? Remor?
Yeah, I was about to say, are we gonna roll? Are we gonna roll for initiative or?
Feel free to roll for initiative. Yep, roll me 3d20 worth of like, or like, no, like roll me a d20 for each person rather. D20. Cool. That's that for them. Oh God. Oh, rip Remor. Remor doesn't know what D20 is.
Very, very dark now, isn't it? Typing it off.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Roll for Sirius 2.
Give me a second. I just need to make sure that Remor is here.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna roll a d20 for Sirius. Cool. So that's after Remor. Cool. So, what's gonna happen here? Fall, you have one action at the start of the turn order. What do you want to do to try and buy yourself some time? Your weapon will be... Oh. Oh.
Is there anything that looks relatively volatile?
I mean, this is a spaceport. I'd say there's canisters of literal rocket fuel on the ground nearby. But they're probably not near anybody in particular yet.
Do we have any? Can I hold my turn?
Yeah, sure. Do you want me to give you like an actual general description of the spaceport in particular before we do anything?
Please.
Okay. So, the spaceport itself...
Do we have, one question. Do we have are there anybody else with, is there anybody like security forces?
Yeah. Yeah, you've got about 5 security guards already there who are calling for backup, but for now you don't have anybody quite yet. I'd say they'll start to arrive around next turn. And that's going to create a massive behind force that might potentially assist you.
Okay.
Right, let's see. So I'll give you a general description of the spaceport then. The spaceport itself is a... give me a second. I need to stop this. The spaceport itself is large, open, wide, vast. It's made entirely out of like plate metal and in titanium, like an alloy of the two. And it is just expansive. It's filled with canisters of rocket fuel. There are ships docked and loaded, but there are also ships like hanging from bays in the ceiling that are being attended to by repair droids, attached via cables to like major cranes. There are several cranes carrying crates of goods onto like loading docks and sort of general like levitating like platforms that move throughout the station. There is a series of condominiums on one end of the spaceport, and there is a security checkpoint on the other end of the spaceport, and then rooms above that for all the security guards. Do you want to do anything in particular now that you know that information?
There's no one near any of the canisters at the moment, correct?
Not quite yet, no. There are the ships hanging from the ceiling, though. Pointing pretty heavily to that.
How many cables are holding up the ships?
Well, they're like titanium alloy, so they're strong enough to hold basically anything. I'd say there are 4 to a ship.
Are they hanging like 4 straight off the thing, or are they like coming from a central point?
They're all coming from a central point, which is like a magnetic like there's like the crane itself has like a chain going down connected to like a tool that sort of just has like a loop through it that contains a bunch of the chains that are all sort of like hanging off of that. It seems like that's sort of like the crane's main arm, and it's just sort of an attachment that they have. The chains themselves hook around the vehicle to pull it up and hold it in place.
Okay. I'm going to aim at the metal cable reaching down to the hook bit.
Okay. So I want you to give me 3d6 plus whatever else. I want you to give me a 3d6 plus small arms. I would say.
I'm using my puncture rifle?
If you're using your puncture rifle, I'd say plus heavy arms.
Okay. Be like 3 seconds.
Yep, I'm
Sorry,
just
I
trying
was
to...
looking at something.
Yeah, I'm a little bit distracted myself trying to think of weird glitchy sound effects I can play.
Okay.
It's not bad.
And this is like, this is over these people?
Yep. There are like 3 or 4 strung throughout the corridor, but the farthest away one is basically hanging over the entrance right now.
Is that the only entrance into the spaceport?
Yes, it's a massive like blaster door sealed entrance. So like if you have an actual enemy force enter from space, they can just seal it off and like they won't be able to get through.
Is that how how anybody would get into the spaceport if they were coming to help us?
Yes. There's one entrance, one exit, and that's it.
I focus my shot near. I wait.
Okay.
and I aim for one of the closer ships.
Okay, fair enough. It's still gonna be like a -2 or -3 to the roll, but for the most part, it is way less than like aiming all that way without a sniper rifle or a laser cannon or something. In that case, that happens. So you've taken aim. From there, that's gonna be the Consortium's turn. The Consortium make their way forwards, several of them chanting, the sound of like bells and gongs in the background, their masked and robed bodies slowly advancing through the spaceport. They make their way past the first major ship and they get their way towards about, let's say, 1/8 of the way towards Remor. Remor, where are you at? Oh, Remor's muted.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here.
Remor, what are you gonna do? It's your go. Oh, actually, no, it's Sirius's turn first. Oops.
Yeah.
So Sirius is gonna like, he's gonna like narrow his eyes and be like, ah, shit, we gotta get off the world. And he powers up the cannon and he starts just raining down like chain gun fire on the Consortium. I'm gonna make a D100 roll and that's gonna be the damage for this round. 36. The first wave of Consortium are completely annihilated. But there's a second wave very, very close behind.
Well, I'm gonna open fire on that second wave with the Artemis
Okay,
cannon.
Oh, you're with the Artemis cannon. Okay.
Yeah, 25 rounds.
Shit. How much damage does it do again?
It does... aim damage, it does 6 plus 4 crit.
Okay, cool. Feel free to do that. Give me a roll.
4 to hit as well.
Give me 3d6 versus just whatever. I know that you're gonna hit, but I'm just trying to make sure that we can tell if there's any crits in there. You're aiming at a big group, and like, it's very, very hard to miss that. Right, 16? You definitely hit. So you hit. There is like 2 guys that drop out of the entire group. Literally nothing else happens. They're quickly replaced by another 2 guys. You're not going to be able to do much with conventional fire here. From there, it is going to probably be the spaceport's turn. So several people from the actual spaceport security start like moving towards the entrance to the spaceport and setting up like laser cannons and like chain guns. Those get set up very, very quickly and they start trying to fire on the Consortium. I'm gonna roll another D100. 1D100, and I am gonna see what happens. 55 damage. Holy shit. Right. Already, huh? 145. Right. So the Consortium is taking some hits. Several people drop almost instantly, but there are still an incredible amount of people coming in. Like, they're probably not all from on-world. They probably came in on ships the past couple of days. You're not entirely sure why they would be showing up on ships, though. There's nothing really major that a cult-like organization or a psionic-based organization would really be interested in on this world. All I'm gonna say. So from here it's fall.
Alright, so how close are they?
They're about 2 ships away from you.
If I drop one of these ships, will it damage Rimor?
Not yet. if you're aiming at the closest one, it will damage Remore.
If I'm aiming at the... So
Yeah.
they're 2 ships away?
They're 2 ships away, so you can still do it without damaging Remore.
And you said that the... You said the spaceport went, which is the bad guys?
Yep. No, they're the good guys. They're the security force on the spaceport.
Alright, so where are the security forces right now?
The security forces are at the other end of the station, and they have chain guns set up, and they're trying to fire on them from far.
Okay. I'm gonna take the shot.
Okay. Give me a 3d6 minus 5.
Minus 5?
Minus 5.
From 2 away.
These things, yeah, I guess you're right. I said that there was like -1 or -2 on the nearest one.
Yeah,
so
it's pretty heavy to the chin to shoot that.
I guess maybe give me a -3 then.
-3, and that's plus my heavy arms?
Yep, plus your heavy arms.
Alright, cool. That makes it a -1.
Okay, rip.
Fuck.
Right. So you shoot one of the chains, it glances off, does like a slight amount of damage, but it's not really even close to enough to drop the chain yet.
Was I Wait, I was holding my action, wasn't I?
Yeah, you were.
Can I take another shot and almost
Feel
immediately?
free. Feel free. Yep.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay, fair enough.
Add another 4.
Right. Wow. Okay. So,
I needed a ranging shot.
there's like 30 guys below it. You take the shot, the thing just pierces clean through. There is a sickening grinding sound as the sound of like a ship tipping to the side and starting to pull a crane with it. And then all the chains simultaneously snap. And this like pristine corporate ship falls from like a couple hundred feet up and lands on like 30 guys. There's sound of like several screams and then just silence. You've done, let me roll another D100. You've done 35 damage, which means that it's only at 110 now. Right. Let's see. It's Sirius's turn. Sirius is probably gonna say, alright, let's do this. He's gonna rev up his cannon again. He's gonna take another shot. I'm gonna do... this is the last one I'm gonna give you in terms of resistance. That's only 7 damage. So we're only at 103 HP on them. In which point it's going to be Remore, your turn. You don't have any conventional weapons that can do anything to these.
How much longer until the ship gets here?
How many turns has it been? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are still another 5 turns, I'd say.
Okay, so
Right about halfway.
What the builder wants doing it to them?
It's an anti-personnel round, so it probably wouldn't be able to take out a large group. If you used it against something in your environment, that might be able to help. Possibly. As I said, there are those cranes. You could try and take out a crane.
I'm gonna roll an awareness on the area so near me I can use the weapon.
Sure, I'll need to think of something. Oh shit. Yeah, actually, screw it. Yeah, that would work. Feel free to roll awareness. Right, 14. Do you want to re-roll any of those? That 2, for example?
Oh yeah, I'll roll that.
Feel free.
There you go. Hit that.
Right. Wow. Yeah, so that's 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I'm gonna stop these. And I'm gonna play this again because this makes more sense. So that's 18. There is a sound of like Sorry, you spot one of the cranes is, rather than being like ground mounted, it's a rather new model that's like hooked up to a wall mount with like a control panel set into the wall, like a little ways up. You could probably take this thing out. It's only connected to the space port's like actual control system via like a couple hardened titanium beams and then a couple supports. You could probably take out the supports and knock the entire crane on the enemies.
Okay, what should I do that? With the
Sure.
rocket launcher?
Yep, give me a roll. I'd say the only reason that you can do this is because it's an acid weapon. Give me that roll. Plus heavy weapons, I'd say.
Right, heavy weapons.
Or would it be tactical at this point? Grim, what do you think? Tactical or heavy?
That's bad.
What are you firing? What are you using?
He's using a Bullgrup launcher, but he's aiming at like a specific part of his environment to take out an enemy.
It would still be a heavy arms roll.
Okay, sure. Just give me a heavy arms then.
Either way, it's +1 for me because I've got tactical and heavy.
Fair enough. Oh, sick. Okay. Wow. So you take a shot. It hits the supports. One of the supports actually buckles, and you hear like the sound of metal breaking, and the literal crane arm just topples over on top of like 10 guys, and only do a 17. Okay. Six. There's 96 HP left. Right. After that, it's going to be the spaceport. Spaceport are actually going to set up another. They're gonna take another shot with their cannons. They could kill this thing in one go here. Oh my god. Okay. 88, 96. Wow, they're on 8 HP. So the second wave is looking really dire now. Most of the enemies there have been basically slaughtered. There are like 8 or 9 guys left, and they're all still advancing on you, but they're still, but they don't really look that great. One of the guys on the actual group raises like a hand, and they say something, and there's like a pulse of energy, and another like 10 or 11 guys come from the spaceport. Can I get you guys to roll an awareness check on this?
Sure.
Give me an awareness roll. Cool. These guys... Oh, okay. These guys seem to be forming out of thin air. There's like a moment where like a little bit of shadow and like glitchy sort of visual stuff happens, and then one of them just forms out of thin air and starts walking towards you, and then another 10 appear behind her. I'm gonna give them plus 30 HP.
Where's Harley Quinn in all this?
What?
Where's Harley Quinn in all this?
So you mean the main so are you talking about like the main guy?
The main woman, yeah.
Okay. She actually isn't there. She's not amongst any of the forces that are coming at you guys.
Oh, thank God.
She's somewhere else.
Oh. Oh no.
There she is.
Okay, well, Grim's turn.
What? Grim's turn? Yeah. Sorry, go for it, Fel.
How close are they to any of the exploding tanks?
They're like passing by it now.
Can I take a shot at that?
Feel free.
What's
Check
the
you don't need to reload,
Just
by the way.
3d6 plus heavy arms. Who's needing to reload?
Yeah, check me. You don't need to reload, Grim.
Oh, okay,
I
yeah.
don't think I do, but let me check it.
Yeah, because I need to reload after my next shot with the vehicle launcher.
Oh jeez.
It's been a
I
wasted
need
turn.
to reload after this shot.
All right. Take a shot.
So-
See what happens. Ooh, just barely. 8 is a mild success, isn't it? Or a success with complications?
I think so.
Okay.
Your choice on the DC, buddy.
I'm gonna say it's a success with heavy complications. So, you hit the tank,
No.
there's an explosion, and then, like, you take out, like, 5 or 6 guys. I'm only gonna do, like, -10 here. So it's only down to 28. However, I'm gonna say a fire starts in the hangar. Like, there's a little lick of flame that slowly starts to spread across the floor of the hangar. Several of the security team, like, start pointing at it and yelling, and then the fire, like, it licks another explosive crate, and that one explodes too, and now there's, like, an actual full-on fire in the hangar now.
Does that think up the security teams then I'll take it?
Yeah, you might have ticked off the security. Just casually.
Not ticked off, like,
A what?
knocked them out the fire. They'll be fighting the fire, won't they?
Yeah, they'll be fighting the fire now, yep. So now it's the Consortium's go. I'm gonna say there's a moment where, like, several of them, well, you're getting towards the first ship, right? Like, they're getting close, right? There's a moment where some of them sort of are there, and then they're simply not there. Remore, you start to you see several red dots appear on your chest from off on your right. They're standing about 10 feet from you.
Oh, Christ. I'm just looking.
They'll be
Oh,
here
yeah,
basically next turn, by the way, the barn door.
Yeah. Okay. Roll 3d6 plus 2.
Yep, use your movement, man. Get out of there. 11? Shit, okay.
Yeah.
Right. There is a moment where you think they're actually going to get you, and as those shots come, you find yourself moving and, like, rolling backwards, and several of those shots glance off the walls. I'm gonna say, even with that, I'm gonna roll, like, 1d6 on you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have, like, the built-up launch between me.
Yep. You only take, like, 1 point of damage. You get, like, grazed by a bullet as you move.
Right.
Alright. Are you heading out? Okay. Sirius next. Sirius winds up his cannon and he starts firing. That's gonna be another 3d6. It's 12 points. Right. And then I need to roll a d100. Oops. My bad. Right. There's only 2 damage done. So Sirius takes a shot, but he misses heavily.
It is not doing what it's supposed to.
Not at all. He takes a shot, and it just sort of misses. Like, it completely sidesteps everyone and just flashes off into the bay. I'd say, actually, with that low of damage, it, like, hits somebody, and they spin into another explosive crate and set it off. And there's another fire now that the spaceport has to deal with. Right. Next up, we've got Remore again.
Oh, great.
Yep, you're close. Remore, it's
So
your go.
At this point, I'm assuming that the barn door's here. Because it's been, like, 2 of people's doors.
After your turn, they will arrive. Yes.
Okay. So I assume you can see it coming in then to land.
Yep, they're coming in.
Right, well, I'm going to signal Grim and the engineer to try and signal to them, try and get ready to get on the ship.
Okay, cool. So
To get the children and get on the ship. Try and, like, get ready for getting on.
cool.
I clock the signal and start getting, like, disappear from my perch.
Sirius basically, like, he basically pulls out like one of his plasma cutters. He cuts a slope off of the window, and he just slides off the window and like lands on the ground. It's like 2 floors. He takes a couple points of damage.
Shit.
Okay. How many people are around?
5 points of damage. Jesus. All right. I'm gonna say temporarily his perception is really low, so that's 2 perception, 2 movement, and oh god, this is not good actually. 3 reflexes. Right. In terms of people around us, there are still a lot of around you. There's about 5 Consortium there, still like looking at you. But other than that, there's like some security that have started to rush forwards and tried to engage them.
Where are the rest of them?
The rest of them, that's about it really. There's not really many people left. The main body is like further down the corridor, but they're engaged with the rest of the security force. It seems like you're pretty much home free as long as you take out these 5.
Okay. I'm still I feel like have stealth, but it's kind of fading. So.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and hit these 5 with the Bulldog launcher.
All right, give me a roll. I'm gonna roll a D100 for something. Just a luck roll. Right. Sure. Give me your 3d6. Yeah, you roll 11. I'm gonna say out of the 5, 3 get caught in the blast. What is the damage that it does?
How do I do that?
Just like what is the end damage of your bullgrip launcher? Just generally.
6, I believe.
Okay. 3 of them basically like there's a moment where they're there and then just they poof into like shadow and they aren't there anymore. You get the sneaking suspicion these guys have never even been real from the start.
Right. Okay.
Right. At this point, the barn door actually arrives. The ship sort of touches down and there's like a moment where the hangar door opens and there's just like 6 or 7 crewmen sort of like rushing you guys in. Grim and Sirius and the 4 kids are like, I'd say about a turn away from getting in there. They need to try and run away. Remor, you're basically there. You could run in if you want right now.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna cover the escape.
Okay, cool. I was gonna say if you just like to get in and take off without us, that's gonna be a brilliant end to the series. Right. So you like you sort of like hunker down behind the crates and you sort of like move them forwards as well. I'm gonna say Grim, you and me need to make movement rolls.
3 movement rolls?
No, you need to make just generally movement rolls. It's plus your modifier for movement, right? Out of curiosity?
Which is whatever your current skill is.
Right, yeah. I'd assume so.
Okay.
Oh geez. I don't want to re-roll that. Right. Do you want to re-roll any of those 2s?
I'll take it at 15.
Alright, cool. So basically, Sirius and Grim dash across the spaceport from their hiding place. The kids following after them as quickly as they can. Several Consortium actually round the corner at this point and try to fire on us, but we're too quick and get quickly away from them. We basically managed to successfully avoid like a hail of fire and successfully get into the actual hangar. Remor, it's just you left. All you gotta do is make that movement roll and you're home free.
Where is Consortium and Harlequin?
The Harlequin is not there.
Oh, that's odd.
Still not there.
What are the chances of the ship getting away without getting shot
None of them seem to have like heavy weaponry or long range weaponry. They're mostly like assault rifles and like some short range weaponry like shotguns and bullgrup launchers. You think they might be able to get away properly, but if some of them are Twifar, then it might very well be that they'll be able to bring down the ship with enough of them.
Can I roll awareness on them then to see if any of them are?
Feel free. Yep. Mostly thinking like if there's a bunch of psionics, they can probably try and use telepathy or like gravity stuff and try to basically pull the ship down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say out of all of them, there are about 3 or 4 that are actual psionically capable. Question mark? What?
Sorry, I'm reading over stuff. Don't
Oh,
mind me.
feel free. Feel free. All right. So that's what you've got.
So that many people, there's not really much chance of them getting away.
No, if it's like 3 psionics, they probably can't bring down the ship very quickly. If it's more like 10, I'd say so. But the way you are right now with like plasma boosters and thrusters and stuff, you probably could get away scotch-free.
Okay, let's try it then.
All right,
Let's
cool.
get away.
Make me that movement roll. Oh, jeez. Is that the one? You rolled 11? Right. You make your movement. You dash across the spaceport. Several Consortium turn and fire at you. Several bullets skip across the ground. And you trip. About 5 feet from the entrance. Sirius is going to reach out his hand and attempt to grab you. Plus, what is it? Physical, plus 2. Oh, shit. Plus 2. Right, he grabs you very, very quickly and pulls you in. The ship starts to lift off, and you guys successfully escape. The datapad is... which one of you guys took the datapad with you when you left?
Me.
Yup, okay. You've taken the datapad. Good. In that case, you guys are scotch-free. You're off of Haven, but there is now a battle being waged on Haven down below.
Awesome.
Your datapad, the human one, spikes. There is a blue light, and in human text, simply, there is English words that very quickly get translated to Kaltoran. Wait, no. I guess it would be translated to Corp. So I need to think about what would have been said here. Captain's log, December 20th, 2782. When we found the Enigma, we figured that we figured that the journey to the Star Treader was a simple thing. Quick, easy. We weren't expecting the Consortium. They came out of nowhere. Masked, robed figures that followed us. They wanted the Star Treader for themselves too. They wouldn't let us take it from them. We got into a battle. The ship, it's in disrepair. There was a boarding party. They damaged most of the galley and some of the engineering systems. We have pilots and we have engineers and builders trying to repair what's left of those particular districts, but we might have to seal them down. Several crew have been afflicted by a strange illness. It seems like parts of their body are simply rotting away or disappearing. Nobody really... It doesn't hurt, but it's disconcerting to see, and several of them have already died. We've lost 15 crew of our overall 30 of 15. We've lost an entire crew. How the hell does that happen? And then the log ends. The screen goes black. Silence.
Okay.
I love it. I love silence. It's good. Alright. You guys are in the air.
So that situation wasn't unwinnable, was it now?
If you had spent another 3 or 4 turns, I would have spawned another wave. Yep. This is what I meant by a doomsday clock. It's a fight that you can prolong, but you definitely can't win it.
Well, that got fun very, very quickly.
Yep. That's the first time I've ever tried to do homebrew ruled mass combat. Hopefully I didn't do too terrible of a job.
I don't think you did too bad.
Alright.
I did pretty damn well.
I tried to keep it relatively simple, but it was still really, really difficult to think of stuff on the fly. Right. Is there anything you guys want to do or say before we end chapter 1?
Mostly a well, now what?
I guess we will look at this ship.
If the Consortium is going to be after us for that data pad there, or whatever the hell the Enigma is, that makes sense, but we don't have the Enigma. Where is it? Is it? Are they just tracking us for the information? Like, what the hell are we doing here? We need to get rid of that thing as quickly as we can.
I don't know if it will be able to.
Yeah, I don't think this thing can be destroyed.
Never mind that if we do, it would be a massive waste.
I don't see how risking our lives is gonna fix that. Is gonna make for any kind of decent adventure, but well, I'm basically banished from Haven at this point. I can't really do anything on that planet anymore for a while. Fuck it, I'll come with you guys. Where the hell are we headed? Fair enough. Just beyond that horizon, huh? Slight grin from Sirius.
Huh? Yeah. Looks like this is where we're going.
Slight nod. Right. That's in the middle of the... Oh, wait, no, that's not the Halo Nebula. That's a hell of a long way away. That'll be like a month's travel. Are you sure you don't... Let's go find a... Let's go get to where they were going first. We'll figure out from there. Yeah, alright. I trust in your lead. Later. There we go. Alright. I'd say that's chapter 1 finished. Right. So, things have finally kicked off. This is the main storyline now. You guys aren't just confined to doing quests for an NPC anymore. You guys have a proper full-on overarching mission, but as long as you don't stay inside the same planet for too many days, the Consortium won't go after you. You guys can just do whatever the hell you need, and as long as you keep continuing the story.
Yes.
Alright.
This is officially the end of the tutorial.
Question.
Yep.
Did the countdown timer start?
The moment that he killed every single one of those Dark Tribe.
Okay.
The actual countdown timer for the Consortium was that very first portion where he did that one shot.
No, I mean the countdown timer for
on
the pad.
Oh, for the pad. That started right after the very first data log happened, and that countdown timer is still ticking down. Okay. It was just in the corner while that data log showed up. I really hope that you guys can maybe even clip that portion, because I don't actually remember what I wrote, and I didn't even actually write that portion, I just flubbed it.
Well, I'll try and clip it.
Yeah, or I'll try and see what I can do about tracking it down through video. I don't know. I'll figure something out.
So what happened? What would happen if you hadn't killed everyone?
If you hadn't killed everyone, then
Yeah.
literally like nothing would have happened. The Consortium wouldn't have shown. I would have shown up all the same. They just would have been far more pissed off about you not completing the mission, and they probably would have tried to take over the station, and it would have been more of an escape through stealth mission rather than just escaping, period. They were watching you the entire time, so if you actually just straight up left after arriving there, they wouldn't have done any. They would have immediately done something, but since you left after like killing a bunch of people, they probably didn't care as much. The only reason that they got pissed off at you is because you mentioned you let the children live.
Yeah, I thought you should have killed the kids.
You should, but you won't. At least not right now.
Wait, what?
There's one. I have actually written up a character sheet for one of those kids because he is rather important. There's a reason that they made you go and track down the Dark tribe and try to kill them all.
And you should have killed them.
Fair enough. Right.
I'm just sitting here going.
Yep. You made the wrong call, but you made the only call you could given the circumstances. And
I don't know how
they're a plot device rather than physical NPCs. I didn't actually write them out as anything. I just gave them like ridiculous powers of tracking things. I basically I sort of explained it away in my head as they are psionic. They can probably track people just by like a biological signature rather than any kind of stealth or visual sight. And then that particular Harlequin, I'll tell you what, the only real enemy that you fought that entire time was the Harlequin. Every other enemy that you guys just faced was an illusion in some capacity with a physical weapon.
Good to know.
Hence
Did
why I
we-
said they vanished into shadow versus collapsing. Did we what?
Sorry, is the stream over?
Yeah, it is now. I'm just gonna end it now. Right. Thanks for watching part 3, guys. This was CJ Heighton on Twitch.tv. Remor and Grim. We'll see you guys in the next episode.